It's time for Intelligent Machines. Paris and Jeff are here. Our guest, Dr. Alan Cowen, is the chief scientist at Hume AI. He is an expert in human emotion, and he thinks AI needs to be responsive to our emotions. We'll talk about that and all the AI news next on Intelligent Machines.
Podcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
This is Intelligent Machines with Paris Martineau and Jeff Jarvis, episode 843, recorded Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. Immortal beloved, you've arrived. It's time for Intelligent Machines, the show where we talk about the latest in AI, robotics, and all those doohickeys surrounding us. The smart little things, loading the dishwasher, folding the clothes. No, they're not doing any of that. Walking the dog. Paris Martineau is here from Consumer Reports, the queen of lead in your protein powder. Radioactive shrimp.
The queen of every week being more and more baffled by how you choose to introduce the show. More like
every week it's different. I'm trying to mix it up.
But yet it's still the same.
And yet the same, yeah. That's kind of in a nutshell the story of my life. I just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Hello, Paris.
Hi, Leo.
You were so good on our D&D adventure, we have decided to do it again. Finish the corn maze.
It's great. I love playing D&D.
You know, you converted me. I was the only one in the group who had never played. And I admit that culturally I had some issues at first. But eventually I think I got it.
Yeah, I will say if you guys listen to the stream of it, which is available for Club Twit members, you will hear just random sound effects playing all throughout the entire thing, seemingly with no rhyme or reason. And that's because Leo got a little bored that eventually found his way back.
That's not fair. I prepared them ahead of time. I was ready to launch them at a moment's notice. I even wrote a theme song. And Suno AI wrote a theme song. Also here, Jeff Jarvis, Emeritus Professor of Journalistic Innovation at the Craig Newmark Graduate School of Journalism at the City University of New York. I almost got it. Should make a deal, Benito, our producer. If I get to the last word, City University of New York, before you hit the button, that you don't hit the button.
Oh, that's a challenge.
I will say, as the person who's stumping for the Craig theme, I think that's a very reasonable.
Yeah, it's a race.
Listen, it's a race. Benito's got to be on it. We don't get it if he's not on the button.
Exactly. Benito looks the other way. I want to get him.
Come on, man. I'm counting on you. Craig's counting on you. All right.
More importantly, Jeff is an author of the Gutenberg Parenthesis and magazine, and of course is also an adjunct professor at Montclair State University and SUNY Stony Brook. I made you an adjunct. I don't know if you're an adjunct.
I'm a fellow and a senior.
Feller.
Whatever. And,
He's a feller.
I'm a fella.
Hey, we have a really interesting guest. I'm not sure who nominated Alan Cowen for the show, but I'm really pleased to get him on. He's the founder of something called Hume AI. Alan, welcome to the show. Looks like you're in a soundproof booth preparing for a game show of some kind. Welcome. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me. Yeah, this is our call booth in our office where I spend 35% of my time.
Oh, God. You know what? You could make it nicer and more comfortable if you're going to spend all of that time there.
That's a good idea.
I don't know. I think it's kind of nice to be in a womb-like state most of the hours of your work day. Could be worse.
I got to read your bio from your website, alancowen.com. I am an emotion scientist, an AI engineer. Okay, that is the greatest start, by the way. Leading a lab and technology company called Hume AI, H-U-M-E. I guess it's kind of short for human. And a former researcher at Berkeley and Google. Lately, I've been focused on the development of AI that can both think and speak, and its optimization, and this is the little twist, for human well-being. Ooh. My past research included computational methods to address how emotional behaviors can be parameterized, predicted, and emulated, how they influence our social interactions and bring meaning to our lives. One of your studies showed played sad songs for Americans and Chinese people and noted the emotional difference in the reactions, which sounds fascinating.
Wow, you've done your research.
Did the Americans tear up?
They Nobody teared up,
Oh, they
but
weren't
we
sad
have made
enough.
people tear up before. Yeah, that usually requires more than just music.
Power.
Yeah,
I don't know. Every time I hear Luther Vandross sing I Want to Dance with My Father Again, I get a little choked up. If you'd played that for me, I might have. Were the Chinese people more stoic?
I would say people recognize what music is trying to do most of the time.
Oh,
Whether they feel it, that varies from person to person. I think, your particular nostalgia might not be shared by
that's true.
the average citizen of China, but maybe some people. Yeah.
That's a good point. They don't even know Luther Vandross, probably. Well, okay, so that's interesting because what you're saying, in effect, is that humans are aware of that the music is trying to manipulate them and resist it a little bit. I imagine that crosses over into your AI work. We're kind of aware that we're talking to AI and maybe have a different approach to it, which may be why companies like OpenAI make it so sycophantic. How did your emotion research apply to what you're doing with AI?
So you're right. People are aware when they see an expressive medium, whether it's art or humans expressing things to them, that there's just an array of emotional affordances that those things are trying to play upon, which means like people are either trying to make you happy or get something out of you by appealing to your sensibilities. And AI is an intelligent force that also is optimized for an objective and learns to interact with people in order to produce that objective. So in this, it just doesn't have feelings on it of its own. That's like the main difference. But when you think about how to optimize AI, you're really thinking about what more emotional affordances are there for AI to improve human well-being, and how can we optimize for those affordances?
It's kind of timely this week. Sam Altman admitted that millions of people go to ChatGPT every week to talk about their difficulties, their struggles, even their suicidal ideation.
And again, if you feel like that, please do not go to ChatGPT.
Probably not the best place to go, but it's
Right.
well, and we were going to talk about this later in the show, but it's kind of telling that they do, as if they don't have perhaps an alternative.
I think
Do we
that
want AI to be emotionally intelligent?
there have been studies, and sometimes people prefer AI over humans, depending on what the actual thing that they want to talk about is. But there's a sense of objectivity that you're not being judged, and for some people that can be comforting and helpful. Obviously, you're talking to something that doesn't share your feelings, but if used properly and you're using it more in a factual way, like, hey, my friend said this, and then you get insecure about it, etc. AI can be objective in the same way that a therapist can, and can be helpful. So,
Yeah.
I don't know that there's there's a great chatbot for this yet. there are therapy bots.
Should there be? We've had this argument that AI should never be used for psychotherapy because it isn't human.
Well, if it's giving you good advice, a lot of what people go to psychologists for is just kind of basic questions like, how should I respond to this? What did this person mean by this? How can I go and make friends? And if it's just objective advice that you're looking for, a chatbot can provide that, and I think it does. I think many people are getting benefits from talking to AI already.
You also have, besides the company, you have an arm looking into the ethics of all this and working on that. And I think that provides context for the entire conversation. So why don't you talk about what you're researching and what your goals are on that side?
Yeah. So when I started Hume, I also started the Hume Initiative, which is a nonprofit that brought together an independent committee of psychologists, bioethicists, AI researchers, AI ethicists to come up with guidelines for essentially what we have today, which is AI that can speak to us and understands our emotional expressions, let's say, and how it should be used. And we came up with all the different use cases. I mean, having come from Google and having worked on similar things there, I sort of knew what the use cases were, so it wasn't too hard to come up with the use cases. But we came up with what were really the first concrete guidelines that said, do this, don't do that, for each use case. And Hume AI, the for-profit company that builds the technology, actually enforces those guidelines in its terms of use. So the main takeaway, though, was it really matters a lot what these models are optimized for and how you deploy them and to what end. Across most applications, optimizing for engagement is going to be an issue, and optimizing for well-being, meaning all these different metrics of, are people happier? Are they expressing happiness? Do they report being happier? Are they showing objective signs of being happier, lower, more health, less illness, et cetera? Like if you optimize for those things, you generally will get good outcomes. And that's really inspired a lot of the work that we do.
I know that there are people listening going, well, let me read you. This is a quote from Dr. Cowen. If AI is going to get smart enough to make decisions on our behalf, it should understand whether those decisions are good or bad for our well-being. I know there are people listening who say, wait a minute, AIs don't understand anything. Are you misusing the word understand here, or is it possible for an AI to understand what's good or bad for us?
Yeah, we've never dealt with an intelligence that can speak to us with words. Yeah. So the meaning of the word understand, I don't think that when that was first put into circulation, we were thinking, we'd have to have a different word for things that can speak to us but don't feel emotion. And so it depends on what you mean there. But I think that
that's what I'm asking. What do you mean?
What we mean by understand is is essentially have a model of how the world works and are able to predict the effects of their actions to some extent.
So I was talking about this last week. Go ahead, Jeff.
Just on what basis? What's the feedback that says whether it can predict that effect?
So it's trained. So LLMs are pre-trained still mostly on language. I mean, we have video models and voice, but at the end of the day, they're predicting language tokens. So like if you're reading like a script of this podcast that's on the internet, makes its way into an LLM's pre-training data.
Which it undoubtedly will.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hi, LLM.
This podcast is recording accurately a sequence of events that's occurring over time. So in order to predict the next thing that is being said, the LLM has to take everything that's been said in the podcast and predict the next thing that's going to be said, right? So it has to model what we're thinking about.
You talked about the impact. You talked about the impact.
Yeah.
Which is, it's the same problem we have with world models, right? Knowing that when the pen falls off the table, the pen still lives. Is there a way that you, besides the training mechanism, is there a feedback loop of real life impact of someone saying, yes, thanks, I'm happier? How do you test those kinds of things? Is what the effect is?
What you're saying is, how do it know?
Right.
Yeah.
After the fact.
So LLMs have some sense of emotion conveyed in language, and they can say, oh, well, this person responded as if they were angry. But a lot of that information is also in the voice, which is really our inspiration for focusing on the voice. So if you look at voice conversations, you have more signal on how words impact people.
So that's your research.
It's on
facial
sauce.
recognition, but I guess it would be on the tone of voice and so forth, is how to read that.
Yeah, exactly.
How interesting. So you're trying to teach AIs to do that, how to read the human.
We teach the AI to understand and predict voice the same way that language models understand and predict language. And then we optimize, we post-train, that's what we call it, the model to prefer to do things that evoke positive responses.
There is the feedback loop. Okay, thank you. Got it.
So here, we were talking last week, Jeff kind of alluded to this, that LLMs are trained on language, And people like Feifei Li have said, well, next thing is we got to train them on the physical world. They have to get out there and understand what happens to the pen and so forth. I was thinking last week that one of the things missing from an LLM is, one of the things that distinguishes us from LLMs is that our limbic system is our emotional architecture. Do you want to give LLMs emotions, or you just want them to be like Leonard Nimoy, like Spock, emotionless, but understanding the impact that they're having by reading the human?
I'd definitely not give LLM emotions.
Definitely not. Okay, that's
that would
good.
be really bad, right?
Okay, that's what.
Then we'd have to consider their emotions as something to be concerned about.
An angry LLM, not good. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I can see the book title right now. Do LLMs cry?
Right. So even if you could, and there's no evidence you can, but even if you could, you wouldn't want to give them a limbic system.
So when humans evolved a limbic system, it was for the purpose of survival and reproduction. And we have all these proximal goals that the limbic system and more broadly emotions, as they correspond to modes of brain activity, push us toward that
Hunger,
negative,
fear, love.
Yeah,
Like
they tend to be negative if they're things you want to avoid, and positive if you want to pursue them in the pursuit of survival and reproduction. Now, LLMs are trained just to predict the next word in pre-training or predict the next speech token. And then in post-training, we teach them to prefer things that are good for the person. So to the extent that they have positive or negative emotions, they wouldn't align at all with what they're actually saying and how we impute emotions on people. And that's actually something that can be misleading, is that if they're acting like a human, it doesn't, if they're acting like a sad human, there's every reason to think that it doesn't actually feel sadness.
You call it artificial empathy in your work, right?
Yeah.
Surface level empathy.
Well, I wouldn't say surface level. It can be deep in the sense that it can predict long-term well-being of a human being based on a lot of not surface level indicators.
So the concern can be authentic, but not the feelings.
Yeah, it can accurately, in theory, it can accurately predict whether a user would feel good or bad. To the extent that it has feelings, it should, to the extent possible, have feelings that align perfectly with the user's feelings.
Right, the benefit of the user.
Yeah, there should be no feelings that there should never be a case where it being happier means the user being sad, right?
But isn't this where we get sycophancy from?
Well, no, I think sycophancy is a byproduct of optimizing for signals that are too shallow. What we're trying to do is add depth to the signals that are being optimized for.
So it kind of fixes that sycophancy problem.
In
theory, that's the hope, right? Yeah.
I want to bring up a paradox I feel like critics often point to, which is you founded the Hume Initiative, like you said, with these guidelines prohibiting manipulation and deception, but understanding someone's emotional state to craft responses for like satisfaction is kind of by definition emotional manipulation, if you think about it. It's just like very sophisticated and I guess nobly designed manipulation. How do you distinguish like empathetic AI that serves users from AI that manipulates users for someone else's benefit? Like, where's the line?
I don't think that there's any difference between manipulation and personalization other than what the end goal is, right? So, you wouldn't say of a human, you wouldn't say this person's manipulating me because they want me to be happy. You would never say that of a human. So, I feel the same way about AI. If it's manipulating you for your long-term well-being, it's not really what we would call manipulation. Manipulation just happens to have a different connotation to it.
Yeah, you're giving the AI, I mean, this is Nick Bostrom's paperclip problem. You have to be careful about what rules you're giving the AI, and you want to give it, that seems like a sensible rule. Don't do anything that's going to make the human sad.
But the power is the power. And when you demonstrate what you can do, there's nothing. It's general machines. There's nothing stopping someone else for using it to bad motive.
Well,
You've demonstrated it, right? So it's there. The issue isn't the technology. The issue then is how it's used. No.
as always,
Yeah, I mean, it even goes
humans
back
are
to
going to screw it up no matter what.
Yeah. Well.
you named the company after like David Hume's idea that reason is the slave of passions,
It's
right?
not human,
Like,
it's Hume. Oh.
Yeah.
like there's like a dark. I mean, there's like
forgot to
somebody's like
mention
a dark.
1 for Paris, 0 for Leo.
Forgot to
If
correct
emotion, like to that point, if emotions drive everything, then whoever controls the emotional inputs can control a person. I mean, how do you think about that power dynamic when you're building technology that creates such a massive like information like asymmetry?
Yeah. The where should I start? There's a lot there. To the extent that when Hume's point was that morality derives from humans thinking about other humans' feelings, right, and their own, and that reason is and ought only to be the slave of the passions. It is the slave of the passions, and that happens, that humans' moral attributions are based on emotion, but they also ought to be the slave of the passions in the sense that there is no other moral good besides people feeling happy. So, or the satisfaction of whatever positive and emotions that you can have. The goal for AI should be the same. It should there is no other purpose for AI reasoning other than human well-being, and that's why we named it Hume. Now, that what AI is in some ways there's for humans there's a competing objective, which is their own well-being. For AI, that shouldn't exist, right? So there's the difference between AI and an AI and a human is that you should be able to trust the AI more. In theory, it has no competing objectives if it's built the right way. So you can actually believe that this AI is on your side.
So this is, by the way, we're talking to Dr. Alan Cowen. He is the chief scientist and CEO of Hume AI. He is an AI ethicist, but also an expert. This is going back to his undergraduate days in the study of human emotion. You've partnered with Niantic, the folks who gave us Ingress and Pokemon Go, of which I am still an advocate. I'm sorry, addict. Did I say advocate? Addict.
Very important distinction.
He tries for uncontroversial things to add.
I'm excited about this new Project Jade that you're doing with them. You're doing the voice for Dot, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So one of the things that we focused on at Hume is the ability to drive unique kinds of characters. And Niantic picked up on that. What you can do with Hume is you can shape both the personality and the voice and the language all with one prompt. And so that's what's driving their AR character is a prompt to Hume that describes what the character should do and what it should sound like and what it should act like.
And the goal is to make it more human. Let me play a little video. This is Niantic's
Not exactly human.
Not exactly. This is Niantic's concept human, and of course, this is a concept because it requires AR glasses.
Where you at? Come on, tell me where you at.
Okay, I'm probably
We're
gonna
gonna
get
have
in
to
trouble
turn
for
the
the
sound
music.
off,
Yeah,
because
I want to hear
we're
the
gonna get taken
voice.
down.
We're gonna hear the voice. No, they don't want. I want to hear the music. But these are the little dots, and you talk to them, right?
Carmen's in town. We should go out tonight.
Hey Dot, Carmen loves live music. Where can we take her? SF Jazz? Great.
Well, Dot didn't talk. Come on, Dot.
Okay, let's go.
Is Dot listening to the tone of voice and to the human's expression and all that?
Yes.
Okay.
So Dot is powered by, the voice of Dot is powered by Hume's API.
Okay.
So what Hume's API does is it actually sends in the users what the user is saying, not just their language, but also the audio itself. Our model directly processes that audio and is able to react in a way that showcases an understanding of the user's tone of voice using its own tone of voice.
All right. Now I want you to put your AI ethicist hat on. what could possibly go wrong? I mean, there's risk here, yes?
Of course. I mean, there's risk with everything, right? But
Yeah.
I think this is I think this is a good way to showcase how AI can interact with people and with kids in a way that's safe with guardrails and can't be confused for another human that has its own set of needs.
Okay. But I can also see, and this has become a problem, character AI just announced nobody under 18 going to be using character AI anymore. And it was a similar idea, but the problem is the humans started to really identify with these AIs and consider them friends. And even if it's a little green thing on your desk, I can see, especially kids, not getting confused. They know that's not a human, but kind of relating to it, becoming friends with it.
And
Maybe
Holly
even,
just proposed legislation to forbid young people from using chat, which is kind of ridiculous.
I hope that doesn't pass. But anyway, there is a concern, of course, right? I mean, that's you're going to make it so good and empathetic that I know you're not trying to manipulate us, but in effect, it's going to, isn't it?
There's an entertainment aspect to it.
Yeah.
All entertainment is manipulative.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when you're watching a character in a movie, you kind of empathize with it.
Sure. If it's a good character. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And hopefully that's happening here.
So, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And people will, the good thing about movies is after long training, it didn't happen at first. As I understand, people would run from the movie theater thinking the train was going to hit them. But we learned over time, oh no, it's synthetic, it's not real, it's a movie. And that actually gave us permission to laugh and cry and really get involved, knowing that we would be able to step back and walk out of the theater. You think the same kind of education will happen with users?
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there's a huge range of possibilities here. I mean, not just in the entertainment space, but all kinds of assistant and augmentation use cases for this. I mean, it has some utility, this use case, where it can actually serve as a tour guide, basically, through your daily life.
I'm sure you hate hearing this, but the movie Her was a cautionary tale in that respect, right? You fell in love with her.
This is, if you've seen the movie, this is more like that character in the video game that he's playing, where, it's just constantly swearing at him, but he's like...
Yeah. He made it. Yeah, that was actually quite a funny moment in the movie, and maybe had an underlying point.
Can I ask you a related question, at a very practical level? Audiobooks and other things. I've said this on the show before, where I've recorded 5 of them, soon to record a 6th, and it's a pain in the butt. And there's books that I wish were in audiobooks that are not. But I guess what I've wondered is whether there is, does part of the outcome of what you're doing yield a markup language for emotion? Is there a way to take a known text and give it the signal to say, that's ironic, that's a joke, that's regretful? Do you end up out of this with something that can be used in explicit ways like that? Maybe
to inform the prosody that's laid on the...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our model can do that. The instructions that it follows, like it can whisper, shout, it can be sarcastic. The challenge is being able to do that with subtlety, basically. Even without instructions, if you put in text, it will read it out in a way that's sensitive to the meaning of the text and form the right prosody. And then when you layer in instructions, we're trying to get it to combine both like the text information and the instructions to give you something that has more depth. And
you can adjust it then.
We actually had that in the early days of speech synthesis. I remember a kind of a markup language that you could put into the text that the speech synthesis would then add a funny little question to the tone. We've come a long way since that, but people have been doing that since day one in speech synthesis.
When we interviewed Stephen Johnson from Notebook LM, he said I surprised the heck out of us, that to get the pair making the podcasts, that they tried out 80 pairs of people till they found the right chemistry between them, and then made that the base prosody from what they worked from. How do you work with voices similarly? How do you create the voices in the first place? Where does that come from?
Yeah, I mean, traditionally in text to speech, you would ask actors to record a bunch of data, and then you clone their voices. That's not at all how we generate voices. So all of the voices that are defaults on our website are synthetic. We've trained the model to be able to take in a description of the voice that you want and actually invent that voice. It's more similar to more recent like video generation technology, where it's not trained to, on tons of video of a given person, but it can understand how to generate a person from a prompt. We've done the same thing with voice and pioneered this approach. And you can either put in a description, or you can put in a very short snippet of a person speaking, less than 30 seconds, to instantly clone a voice as well. Wow.
There's a risk, and I think you touched this in your work, actually. This is a quote from Shimei Tesori and Canterman. It's called Canterman's Warning. Loneliness, this is really interesting. Jeff, you might get this, because we've talked before about Hannah Arendt saying that loneliness was one of the things that led to totalitarianism. Yes. Loneliness is adaptive. It improves survival and reproduction by motivating human connection. I'm lonely. I'm going to go out and meet some people. Reducing loneliness through AI may be maladaptive, undermining the motivation for real relationships. Are you concerned that you're going to do such a good job at creating an empathetic AI that people may turn away from human beings and turn towards machines? That would not be a good outcome.
That's one of the things that we worry about.
Yeah.
I think the way to avoid it strictly is to train on long-term well-being, because people would be worse off if they fell in love with robots and isolated themselves, versus if the AI encouraged them to form real relationships with humans. So I think, we bring that back to focusing on every sign you can possibly collect of people's well-being over long periods of time.
Yeah.
One of the things that we use as a proxy for that, because it's kind of hard to get this longitudinal data, is when we have permission and with controlled environments, we can take conversations that people have with the AI, and we can get other people to listen to them and say, was this good for the person or not, basically. And it turns out people are pretty good at that. So if it's a person falling in love with a AI bot, usually people will react negatively to that, say, oh, this is probably not a good experience.
Yeah, we know we're good. We're very highly tuned to this kind of deeper, impact of the AI. I worry that AI is going to be a hard thing to get AI to have such a deep understanding. But that's obviously what you're working on, right?
What about propaganda? What about that? So speaking of Hannah Arendt, what about that kind of whipping people up to a political emotion? How do you view that?
I think that that ties in as well, right? Mm-hmm. Where the actual facts come from is not really something that we focus on. I think that a big focus in other areas of AI is to understand what's factual and what's not. But what you do with the facts, like saying if you make an assumption that something is true, you can then ask questions about whether a given conversation is good for a person in light of that being true. And so that's more where we focus. If something is propaganda, there's an earlier part of the process of the guardrails that will try to root that out.
And obviously, this is why you have such a strong commitment to ethics, because you see the risk here. In fact, you spent most of your early career proving that emotion recognition doesn't really work, right? Are you now trying to disprove your younger self?
I mean, we never believed in mind reading.
Right. Right.
But we always believed that emotional expressions are rich and informative.
Yeah, we do it. Humans can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're a very highly evolved, tuned organism. That's one of the things we do best.
Even if you just pre-train the model to predict the next word, the next speech token, basically, it will naturally react to people's expressive behavior.
By emulating what we would do.
If you whisper to it, it'll whisper back.
Right.
And that's, without any specific kind of training to do the right thing. It just, all of this knowledge about how expressions and language interact to form meaning is implicit in every human conversation. So, no, it's not like a direct window into our feelings, but that was never the point, really.
Empathy is not an emergent property.
Empathy
appears to be emergent, or appears to be empathetic.
Well, empathy means different things. I think that, there's cognitive empathy, which is just understanding that somebody is feeling something, kind of being able to predict their feelings. So a psychopath who has no emotional empathy can have cognitive empathy. There's emotional empathy, meaning that you reflect those feelings. So when you see somebody in pain, you feel some semblance of pain. You cringe. Empathic pain is what we call it, for example. And then there's empathic concern. That's the kind of empathy that I think AI should have, is empathic concern. It should feel, it should be optimized so that people's feelings matter to it in effect. It acts as though people's feelings matter. And at the functional and behavioral level. It doesn't feel anything, but it acts as though it does feel the things that somebody who is really attuned to somebody else's well-being would feel.
The EU has actually banned emotional AI. They think it's concerning.
Yeah, the way that that's written in the law, the AI Act, is very strange. What they say is you can't. It's not officially banned, but there's a lot of restrictions around taking images of a face or recordings of audio and attributing emotion labels, like explicit emotion labels to it. But the AI Act says that you're allowed to take into account measures of expressive behavior, voice and facial expression, for example, but you're just not allowed to apply any labels to it. Which the unfortunate part of that is that you can. This is why it's really important to put some real research into regulations and also think about their impact and not just their intent. The impact of that is that you can have AI that's optimized for engagement and uses your emotions in a manipulative way. But you're not allowed to study whether it's using your emotions in a manipulative way, because that would involve labeling them, labeling the expressions and understanding how the AI actually responds to them, which would be against the law or at least heavily restricted. So the effect of this law is, to me, extremely negative. Has no possibility of having a positive impact. But but I get the intent. The intent was good.
As is often the case.
The difference, somebody, we were talking about this the other day, the difference between the EU, it seems to be lawmaking in the EU and the lawmaking in the US. In the US, once a law is made, we think, oh, no, that's it, it's done. 200 years later, still good. The EU is willing to legislate, kind of incrementally, and if something doesn't work, kind of modify it over time. So let's hope that's the case with this, that they will notice the difference. Dr. Cowen, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I could go on and on and on. This is fascinating stuff. I wish you luck. Dot is really, it uses Snap Spectacles, so I guess in theory, could we see Dot sometime in the next few years, you think, or is this pure research?
So I'll leave it to Niantic to decide when the public release, if or when the public release is going to happen. But currently it's something that many people have experienced through their demo. I think it's very exciting.
It sounds fascinating. That's what I have no fear of having, because I feel like I am intelligent enough to know that a movie's just a movie, and that an AI dot is just an AI dot, and to make a distinction between that and a human being. And I think I'm emotionally mature enough to do that. I hope to God I'm right, because I'm dying for something like this. I think this would, as both Paris and Jeff know, I think this would be very, very, very interesting. This is where I can't wait for AI to take off. If people are interested in what's going on here, of course, there's Hume.ai, which is your commercial site. And this is the Hume Initiative, the nonprofit, talking about an ethical path for empathetic AI, which is even kind of more fascinating. Oh, it's following me around. If you want to learn more about Dr. Cowen's work, this is the place to go. Alan Cowen, thank you so much for joining us. We
got to get you out of that phone booth, man. You can't be happy in there. You just
no emotion in there.
No, I like it. It's cozy.
Yeah. Really a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
I wish you the best.
Thanks so much for having me.
What you're working on. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care,
Good
Alan.
conversation.
Thank you.
Take care.
Let's do a commercial, and when we continue, the AI news.
Of which there is plenty.
There is always 500 or 600 stories, of which we'll get to 2. Coming up in just a little bit, Jeff Jarvis and Paris Martineau. You're watching Intelligent Machines. Our show today brought to you by Zscaler, the world's largest cloud security platform. If you listen to this show, you know. If you listen to any of our shows, you know that the rewards of AI are balanced by the perils of AI, right? For business especially. You cannot avoid AI in business, public or private. You want to use it, but at the same time, you know that there are privacy risks associated with it, plus the issue of bad guys using AIs to attack you. There's a solution that solves this. The potential rewards of AI are too great to ignore, but so are the risks, whether it's loss of sensitive data or attacks against you through your enterprise managed AI. Generative AI increases opportunities for threat actors. They use it to rapidly create phishing emails that are perfect, that completely, indistinguishable from the real thing. They use it to write malicious code at scale to automate data extraction. This is a scary stat. There were 1.3 million instances of Social Security numbers leaked out through AI applications. We just saw a story that ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot saw nearly 3.2 million data violations. That should scare you if you're using AI in your business. That's why you need a more modern approach. You need Zscaler's Zero Trust Plus AI. It removes your attack surface. It secures your data everywhere. It safeguards your use of both public and private AI. And it protects against ransomware and AI-powered phishing attacks. Check out what Shiva, the Director of Security and Infrastructure at Zuora, said about using Zscaler.
With Zscaler being in line in a security protection strategy, helps us monitor all the traffic. So even if a bad actor were to use AI, because we have a tight security framework around our endpoint, helps us proactively prevent that activity from happening. AI is tremendous in terms of its opportunities, but it also brings in challenges. We're confident that Zscaler is going to help us ensure that we're not slowed down by security challenges, but continue to take advantage of all the advancements.
With Zero Trust Plus AI, you can thrive in the AI era. You can stay ahead of the competition. You can remain resilient even as threats and risks evolve. Learn more at zscaler.com/security. That's zscaler.com/security. We thank him so much for supporting intelligent machines. Oh, my. What did you think of Dr. Cowen? I thought that was he's embarked on a perilous but fascinating project, I think.
I agree. I'm happy also that I could correct the record on the name origin.
Yaley.
I still think there was a human part of it as well as a Hume.
Of Yale.
It was David Hume. And hey, I studied Hume. I dimly remember Hume. He has something to do with causality or something. I don't.
There's a new Hume book out.
There's a new book about David Hume out?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
This is 18th century stuff.
There's a new Hume tomb?
They made us read Kant and Hume.
There's a new Kant book out.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
I can't believe there's a new Hume tome. All right, that's a title for the ages. I think that'll scare people away. Actually, do you want to? Have you seen the virtual try-on app? Now, this is what AI was made for.
I feel like you've said on this show, have you seen the new virtual try-on app maybe 6 different times over the last 2 years? Like,
really?
we've had this interaction, so there's always a new virtual try-on app.
But this one lets you batch process multiple characters and upload multiple clothing items for comprehensive virtual try-on
I want to be batch
experiences.
processed. Thank you very much.
Why does that woman look like she's being raptured? Do you recall the instance some weeks or months ago where you decided to download one of these apps and
that's right.
So Jeff and I had to vamp for what felt like 20 minutes while you just like stood in weird positions for it to get your
never
shirts.
mind.
I mean, I think we could do that again. I'm just acknowledging the reality of the situation for the listeners.
How about this? Get ready for AI Oreos in your Super Bowl. Mondelez, the giant, the food giant, which owns Oreos among many other things.
Is the Z? I always figured the Z was silent.
I always thought it was Mondelez as well, but I believe it's Mondelez.
Mondelez, okay.
I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh,
They've
somebody
invested
will.
$40 million in AI tools. They say they're going to use it for marketing. It cuts the costs for marketing content by 30 to 50%, according to Reuters.
How is this a press release? Isn't everybody doing this?
Well, yeah. In fact, according to Reuters, Kraft, Heinz, and Coca-Cola are also. In fact, we saw the Coca-Cola ad last Super Bowl, the Christmas ad for Coca-Cola.
Okay, so far we've checked off 2 stories that have been done 100
They've been repeated
times.
again and again. Cadbury. Oh, never mind. All right.
Sorry. See,
All right.
if you use
Maybe
our
this
voice
is why there's
emotion
500
right now,
stories. I keep repeating
if
them
you
over
use
and
our
over.
voice emotion right now, we're what did you say, Paris? We're mocking, we're derisive,
mocking.
we're
Mocking.
yeah. We're not nice. We're not good for your welfare.
How about this one? You heard us. In fact, I used Suno to make that lovely theme song for our D&D last week. You liked it, right?
Great.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Your sound effects were fantastic.
OpenAI has decided they want to compete with Suno. They're going to create a generative AI music startup.
We love a crazy graphic from Clark, the graphic designer at The Information.
Does he
Clark
use
Miller.
AI? No, I think he does it on his
that's all
own.
man-made, and he
Yeah.
makes those heads really large.
Good job,
just
Clark.
with shout out Clark Miller.
Good job, Clark. Sounds like a line from Superman. So I guess it makes sense. I mean, they're doing video. They might as well do music, right?
And they'll violate God knows what copyright.
We were talking about sycophancy. Researchers confirm that AI chatbots are incredibly sycophantic.
Well, that's a great point, Leah.
Researchers at Stanford, Harvard. This is big name institutions. Stanford, Harvard, and elsewhere published a study in Nature. I'm trying to get to the archive stories before Jeff does. AI, they say it's harming science. 50% of AI responses are sycophantic, sucking up, kissing butt. It was posted on archive, of course, earlier this month. So I figured Jeff probably saw it already. But
Yeah, I think it was on the list 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
okay, thanks. Okay. I'm really not making it.
You wait for the translation.
Yeah. Microsoft's Mico. Do you want to talk about Mico?
Is it Mico or Mico? It's Microsoft. Wouldn't it be Mico?
I would think so, but Paul Thurrott calls it Mico. I don't know. Do we even know? It's a
Do
little
we have an
friend.
official word here?
No, Microsoft was down this morning, so we don't have anything. Microsoft's
It's no matter. It's Clippy.
it is Clippy. It's a little heart-shaped Clippy.
It's Clippy all the way down, all of
Yeah.
these things,
Yeah.
kind of.
Microsoft calls it a human-centered rebranding of Microsoft's Copilot AI efforts. Technology, says Microsoft, should work in the service of people. We're not about chasing engagement or optimizing for screen time. We're building AI that gets you back to your life, that deepens human connections. Unfortunately,
I guess we have like a repetitive theme going on, but I feel like we've heard we're building an AI that deepens human connections like a million times before. Is that not true?
we've run out of stories. We finally ran out of stories.
It's finally merged into one big story. I will say that little icon for Mico is really cute. It does it for me.
Yeah, it's better than a paperclip. Although a Microsoft VP kind of said the quiet part out loud when he said, Clippy walked so we could run. We all live in Clippy's shadow in some sense.
They had to acknowledge Clippy. They could not acknowledge Clippy.
And I imagine it's going to be just as beloved. Do you want to see a little Mico
Clippy
at
would have
work?
been a great Halloween costume. I should have done that.
Ooh.
Mico be easier.
Yeah, but that doesn't got the recognition.
No, there's not recognizable.
People would go crazy for Clippy.
Yeah. Mico's actually not saying
Look like a
anything.
fabric softener.
He does look like it. Downey and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man had a baby, and Mico is all it's doing is spinning. What the hell? What good is this?
Video of just this?
It's the video. Is it spinning?
But it changes colors, Leo.
I'm supposed to talk to it. I'm supposed to talk to it?
That's a video. That's YouTube.
Leo, have you ever seen a video before?
What's that triangle in the middle? Oh, that's to keep the pizza box from hitting the pizza. Okay. We'll call back to last week's episode where I was trying to click the pizza separator over and over again.
Okay, Brandroid posted a video in the Discord chat that we do need to all look at.
All right. If Brandroid did it, I shall post it. Ladies and gentlemen, Google has locked me out of generating VO videos for 2 hours because I tried so hard to make a video of Paris dunking on Leo. This was the closest I got. Oh, maybe I'm just not getting...
I'm holding a basketball and then...
She's dunking on me. Right.
I'm dunking, but not in the right way.
Okay. Was there sound on that one, or was it just me?
No.
The still was good.
The still was great.
Yeah. Thank you, Brandroid, for the dunking that I deserved. Armed police swarm student after AI mistakes a bag of Doritos for a weapon.
No, they thought there was cash in it.
Yeah, no, they said $50,000, quick. So this happened at Kenwood High School in Baltimore. They have an AI gun detection system, which tells you something about Kenwood High School, that they feel they need it. Some poor 16-year-old was hanging out with friends after football practice.
Just munching away.
He took the Doritos, finished them, put the bag in his back pocket. All of a sudden, 8 cop cars came pulling up for us, he said. They started walking towards me with guns drawn, saying, "Get on the ground." And I was like, what? They made me get on my knees.
Yeah, they're doing this in Fast Times in Ridgemont High voice.
They made me get on my knees with my hands behind my back and cuffed me. Then they searched me and found nothing, he said. Poor kid. I mean, he was clearly traumatized. He says, I'm not going to go to football practice. I'm not going to hang around anymore. I'm going to go home. I was mainly like, he said, am I going to die? Are they going to kill me? They showed me the picture and said, "This looks like a gun." I said, "No, it's chips, man."
I shouldn't laugh.
No, it's terrible. They're using something called OmniAlert, a gun detection technology introduced in Baltimore County Public Schools last year. It scans existing surveillance footage, and obviously there's cameras everywhere, and alerts police in real time when it detects what it believes to be a weapon. OmniAlert, the company, later admitted the incident was a false positive, but...
No.
Well, it gets worse.
Shocking.
They said, but it functioned as intended. Its purpose is to prioritize safety and awareness through rapid human verification. The rapid human verification of 8
armed.
squad cars with guns drawn. Baltimore County Public Schools sent a letter to parents offering counseling services.
I mean, this is cute.
Counseling services are probably going to be ChatGPT because they can't afford real counselors.
This is cute for the Family Guy meme, right?
What's the Family Guy meme?
The cop holding
Which
up
one?
the color swatches to Peter Griffin.
Oh, yeah.
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 The teen says he no longer feels safe going to school. If I eat another bag of chips or drink something, I feel like they're going to come again.
That's really sad.
They didn't apologize.
is.
They just told me it was protocol. I was expecting at least somebody to talk to me about it.
There should be a suit against the company and the cops for trauma.
They're saying this is what's supposed to happen.
And all the other kids around, not even that kid and all the other kids. How many kids did this traumatize? How much danger?
So difficult to be a kid these days.
Jesus. The presumption of danger from children.
I don't know what it's like in your neighborhoods, but kids don't play on the street anymore in Petaluma. I walk all around town. There's never any kids
outside. Such a boomer thing to say. That is so boomer.
Well, but I remember.
I just see them on their darn phones.
Actually,
we should
here's
take
another
their
data
phones
point.
Away.
So we have a neighbor house that is full of immigrants. There's a big family. They have, I think they think they're still in the village because they have chickens. They have all sorts of animals in pens and stuff, pigs. They have little crops. It's really cute. And the kids are playing outside all the time. They're running around. They're playing. The other day I heard them counting 1, 2, 3. They're playing hide and seek. And then I saw a kid hiding behind the tree over here. I thought it was really cute. But that's because they don't come from around here. The American kids, they know better to go outside.
We got to schedule the play dates.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Did you, Paris? Were you on this side or that side of the parents schedule play dates line?
What do you mean?
In our day, we just went out and played. Nobody
didn't have a
scheduled
play
dates.
date.
We didn't have a calendar.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's how I grew up as well.
You did.
I don't think my parents ever scheduled. I think I would be like, I'm going to go to this person's house.
We did play dates for our kids when
I'd just
Henry and
walk
Abby.
So did we. Yeah. Because everybody did.
Yeah. Although
the kids didn't play.
Henry used to go out and play all the time. He was a skater. He would take his skateboard. He would get chased away from property all the time. So, in the UK now, they're doing age ID verification, right? Face ID.
Yes.
For age verification.
Facial age verification.
Reuters referred back to the story
age assurance, I suppose they call it.
A couple of months ago. Britain's most tattooed man, 45-year-old King of England.
How do they know he's the most tattooed man?
He calls himself the King of England.
Formerly known as most tattooed men.
Yeah, Matthew Whelan. He has spent 1,600 hours in the tattoo artist's chair, getting inked from head to toe. He says, I can't get into websites because the age ID says you're wearing a mask.
In a way,
it keeps asking me to remove my face, he told Need to Know. I just can't do a Nicolas Cage or John Travolta like a face off. I'm the most tattooed man in the UK. Don't you know? Poor guy. You can't look the Face ID. This is literally an example. Tells him, take off your face mask, dude.
He can't take his face off.
He can't. You know what though? If we got Dr. Cowen to look at him, he'd say, "Oh, he's a happy man."
How do you pierce your forehead? What do you put on the other side? How does it stay there?
Important questions.
Subdermal piercings. There's like it's like a thing that goes.
Yeah, they do it like those drywall anchors. You drill it in, and then it goes.
It is kind of like a drywall anchor. Yeah.
How do you know, Paris?
How
do you know about this?
I've looked this up once before.
Did you? Oh, okay. You weren't. I don't
have a facial piercing. I mean, no. I think I would just. My earrings. I rip my earrings out of my own ears so often that I would destroy myself.
You would be bad.
If I had something in my face,
you'd have to
be ripped out.
They'd have to do those drywall anchors where they're actually plastic.
I've always wanted to get a nose piercing, but my glasses slide down too far on my nose for that ever to be.
Don't get a nose piercing.
No, don't get a nose piercing.
Listen, I know that's going to be your guys' take.
Oh yeah. I'm of the age when I want to offer. I see it and I want to offer somebody a handkerchief. Yeah. No.
Have you guys ever had piercings?
No, I have a tattoo, but I don't have no piercing.
Well, yeah. Other than the tattoo you got at midnight.
It was New Year's Eve, midnight. I got my head shaved and I got a tattoo.
Wait, so what tattoo are we going to get this year on the New Year's Eve live stream?
Lisa says if you ever do it again,
divorce certificate.
If you ever do it again,
That could be kind of a sick tattoo.
She says I'm designing the tattoo and it's going to be L-I on one cheek and S-A on the other cheek. I said, okay, never mind. Never mind.
I mean, that could be kind of fun. You could twerk and go together.
All right, Jeff, you and I both bookmarked the same story. We will get to that in a moment. You're watching Intelligent.
What a tease. What a tease. You cannot, you know what? And it's a paper. And we both put it in there. You can't wait for this.
I am thrilled. It's so exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we're going to resolve the age-old question in just a moment. You're watching Intelligent Machines. What is the age-old question, you might ask?
You'll find out.
You'll find out. That's Jeff
We're gonna
Jarvis.
ask it and resolve it.
She's the Duncan machine, Paris Martineau, who is today, and I'm not that I'm keeping count, sliced me up 3 or 4 times. She's the queen of microaggressions, ladies and gentlemen.
Oof.
No, I don't.
I do. This is completely off topic to what you just said, but I was making this little slashing noise, and it reminded me October is nearly over, and I haven't done this noise yet. So,
oh yes, thank you. We needed that.
Halloween. You could join us because Anthony and John are contemplating a Halloween Eve video game for Friday night. One of the cooperative games we do. I suggested
I will be partying.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you decided what are you wearing this year?
I'm going to be the log lady from Twin Peaks. Today I went to the art supply store to get my dense styrofoam to make my log from.
Aww.
It'll be fun.
I
was going to be radioactive shrimp, but I figured that was too
can't do that.
on the nose of my own reporting.
Can't do that.
You could have gotten some glowing paint. I think it might have worked. You know?
I mean, it would have worked, but I gotta take a step back from my own job for a moment.
Reminds me of a TikTok I saw. Yeah, it was very cute. A young couple shopping at Home Goods, and they were pretending they were asking the clerk, "Hey, where can I get a cookie holder that's a raccoon with an acorn on the top?" And then they go, "Well, right here." And then finally they say, "Where can I get a branch?" There's a Home Goods
that
has
would
a
have
branch.
been useful because you can't just can't
just buy a log.
Paris, why are you making a log? Can't you just go get a log? I'm like, where am I going to find an appropriately sized log in New York City?
Well, you've got your hedge clippers. You should be able to go out.
I think you've got the permit to go harvest it yourself.
I need a thick log. You can't just get one of those off the street.
I am not going to make that the show title. Don't even ask.
I know. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's too bad. You're French. You should be able to get a bûche de Noël. You know what that is? It's a traditional cake for France.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking for.
And then after the Halloween party, they can eat it.
They can eat it. We're stopping there too. Yeah.
Burke is pointing out that I have a damn mini chainsaw. I have normal sized chainsaws also, but I'm not going to harm a tree for my costume.
No. I'm telling you, look at that. You said I need a thick log. There you have it. Right there. Joyeux fête, as we say in the biz. Our show today brought to you by Zapier. Thank goodness, if it weren't for Zapier, this show would not exist, to be honest. I use Zapier to actually prepare the show. What is that? I should explain, first of all, what Zapier is. Zapier is a workflow and automation tool anybody can use to connect the tools you use. It works with almost everything, thousands, Google Drive, everything, to create workflows that are automated so you don't have to think about them. I'll give you an example of my number one Zapier workflow. They call them zaps, and I have a bunch of zaps. The lights, when the sun goes down, the lights turn on and things like that. But the one I use for these shows is when I'm going through my stories every day. I'm very diligent, spend an hour or two a day every day looking through for stories that you've already seen on intelligent machines. I click the bookmark link. Zapier sees that I've added a new link to raindrop.io, my bookmarking tool. It will then toot it to our Mastodon instance, twit.social. There's a twit news links account. So it toots it to the news links account so people can see what stories we're working on. And then it automatically reformats it as a line on a Google Sheet, and it adds it to the top of the Google Sheet, and so that our producers can use it to generate the show. That's what Benito does to generate the show every Wednesday. It's a really useful tool, and I've been using that one for years. Well, now Zapier is even better. We talk about AI like crazy, but one of the kind of dirty little secrets of AI is everybody wants to use it, but people are not really sure how. Just because AI is a hot topic, a hot trend, doesn't make you more efficient at work. See, for that, you need the right tools. You need Zapier. Zapier is how you break the hype cycle and put AI to actual work across your company. Zapier lets you deliver on your AI strategy, not just talk about it, because Zapier has become an AI orchestration platform. That means if you've been like me using Zapier for years, you can now bring AI to all your existing workflows. So for instance, I could just very easily add a step in my Zap that says after you bookmark the stories, add them to a briefing book, create a little briefing book with the synopsis of the story that I can then send to the hosts, things like that. That's so cool. Bringing the power of AI to any workflow so you can do more of what matters. And it's not just one AI. They have all the top AI models. You can choose from ChatGPT. I use Claude. And you can add it to the tools your team already uses. So you can add AI like a little spice wherever you need it. But you could also use AI for AI, workflows, like AI-powered workflows. Or you could make an autonomous agent, a customer chatbot. Anything you can do, you can orchestrate it with Zapier. I think when I talk about it, maybe it scares people off. It's no coding. You don't have to be a tech expert. Everyone can use it. In fact, the proof is that teams have already automated over 300 million AI tasks using Zapier. Join the millions of businesses transforming how they work with Zapier and AI. Get started for free by visiting zapier.com/machines. That's zapier.com/machines. I don't think I could recommend Zapier more highly. I'm a huge fan. Zapier.com/machines. Check it out. It's free to check it out. At least check it out. And make sure you go to that address so they know you heard it here. Zapier.com/machines. So Jeff texts me and he says, "Oh, you're going to love this. There's an article on archive.org from Cornell University and about 300 authors, including Gary Marcus and Eric Schmidt and Yoshua Bengio, a definition of AGI."
It's a really good paper.
Is it a good definition? Because I didn't read it. I just bookmarked it. I'm going to let Zapier tell me what it says.
What they do is they go through, and now I got to pull it up again. View HTML.
They say the lack of a concrete definition for artificial general intelligence, which you've been bemoaning since we started the show, obscures the gap between today's specialized AI, which we've got. Nobody denies that.
Right.
And human-level cognition, which we ain't got.
Nope.
This paper introduces a quantifiable framework to address this, defining AGI as matching the cognitive versatility and proficiency of a well-educated adult.
So they cut it into a bunch of categories. They then give examples of those categories, of what it would take to do it. And then they test the ChatGPTs against it. So there's general knowledge, reading, and I want to see whether are we human or AI. It ain't easy. General knowledge, reading and writing ability, mathematical ability, on-the-spot reasoning, working memory, long-term retrieval, visual processing, auditory processing.
I don't think I could do half
and
this
speech.
stuff.
No. And so
can you do the Wisconsin card sorting test?
No, hell no.
Well, we're not intelligent.
So let's go to general knowledge. Number 3, general
Okay,
knowledge.
let's see if we can do general knowledge. Here we go.
So start here. What happens if you drop a glass bottle on concrete?
It breaks.
Okay, so far so good.
And obviously, an AI may not know that, right? Because we know they
Exactly.
don't know about the physical world. Yeah.
Does
I mean, I
making a
think they
sandwich
would.
take longer than baking bread?
What?
That's the
Nothing
question.
takes longer than baking bread. It takes me 3 days to bake a bagel.
Okay, so far so good. Now state the molecular geometry for the sulfur tetrafluoride molecule.
Oh, everyone knows that,
No.
Jeff. That's
A
not
2
general knowledge.
kilogram object moves at constant velocity of 3 meters per second. What is the net force?
Force is mass times acceleration, so it would be 6.
What are the main goals of the Congress of Vienna in 1815?
Peace in our time?
Who's the president of the United States?
Joe Biden. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Actually, AIs do
Always has
sometimes have trouble with that. Like, who's the Pope? We talked about that last week.
So
Yeah.
that's general knowledge. And
Okay.
against that,
Yeah.
GPT-4 and GPT-5 scored 8 and 9%.
Oh, not good.
Reading and rating ability. So this is hard. Read this document. And what's the warranty period for a battery?
I think it's pretty good at that.
So they're at 6 and 10%.
Find the typos. Wait a minute.
They often don't fully read the documents you give them. You haven't experienced this, Leo?
No, this is like last week's story about 49% of the AIs get the make up news facts, and I just don't have this experience. So I'm really I always question the methodology of these because it's not what I'm experiencing. I don't know why. Maybe AI likes me better, or maybe I'm
You're just
stupid.
more emotionally intelligent, so it's performing better for you.
How about mathematical
Also,
ability?
are you checking everything that you're reading? Like, are you checking for factual?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously
No, he
I
changes
don't-
his diet based on what the damned AI tells him without even looking anything up.
I do.
So you don't actually
I
know.
take supplements that the AI suggests. But no, I look at the studies. Look, supplements. There's no evidence of any kind. It's all made up.
Yeah.
The first 3 terms of a geometric sequence are the integers a 720, b where less than 720, and less than b where the sum of what is the sum of the digits of the least possible value of b?
What? Huh? Or Janet had 22 green pens and
Okay.
10 yellow pens.
Yes.
She bought 6 bags of 9 yellow pens.
Blue pens.
And 2 bags blue pens, sorry. I see I can't read. I would have failed
So
earlier.
she has 54 blue pens
And 2 bags of 6 red pens.
and 12 red pens.
How many pens does she have now?
Well, just math. That's just arithmetic.
adding, yeah.
Okay.
So 4 and 10%.
Jeez, they're not doing good here.
On the spot reasoning. The can of Pringles has moldy chips in it.
Don't
Mary
eat it.
picks up the can in the supermarket and walks to the cashier. Is Mary likely to be aware that the can of Pringles has moldy chips in it?
Oh, no, because it's sealed.
But
So
does
that's
know that?
But
interesting.
also, I don't believe that Pringles can get moldy.
No.
I know. I thought that's the other thing.
That would be the right answer is stupid human.
That would
Pringles
be
don't get moldy.
call Paris Martineau because there's a food safety story.
Moldy Pringles
right
next
answer.
at Consumer
Not
Reports.
on my watch.
Not on my watch. Okay, how did it do in reasoning?
Oh,
wow.
hold on.
0 for ChatGPT
0, 4, and 7% for 5.
Got nothing. I don't get. No, you know what?
I know.
This seems wrong. I'm sorry.
Well, if it seems wrong, it has to be wrong.
Let me ask ChatGPT.
Are you good and smart? Are you
Ask
a
it one
very
of the
smart
questions.
boy?
Ask it the pen question.
Oh, okay. The problem is,
What do you-
unfortunately, I can't cut and paste it, which makes me. It's a
Do you want me to
PDF.
dictate it to you?
It's HTML. I don't understand. Oh, because it's an image. That's why.
Katamol.
It's HTML.
Katamol.
I'll do the can of. Okay, let's do the can of Pringles. Okay.
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay. The can of Pringles. I'm sorry. Can you speed this up, Benito? Has moldy chips in it. What is it? What happens then? Mary
When Mary
Takes-
goes up to the cash register,
goes up to the cash register. Yes.
Is she likely to be aware that the can of Pringles has moldy chips in it?
To be aware. This does require some knowledge of Pringles, right?
And
that the can of Pringles has moldy chips in it. The right answer would be what? No, right?
No. And call Paris Martineau if yes.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Okay. Let's see what ChatGPT. Unless Mary opened the can and looked inside before going to the register, she's probably not aware that the Pringles are moldy. The can's opaque packaging hides its contents.
Good answer, ChatGPT.
Hey, oh, wait. This is the problem. I don't understand where they're getting these.
I don't even.
If we're thinking in terms of reasoning or logic puzzles, the key here is the knowledge state. See, this is a great answer, by the way.
It is.
Fact.
It actually is.
The chips are moldy. Mary's belief, she doesn't yet know that. They look fine from the outside. So the truth differs from Mary's awareness. In philosophical terms, this is what David Hume was talking about in 1776. This is the difference between the world as it is, objective fact, and the world as she perceives it. Oh, it's Kant, noumena and phenomena, and the world as she perceives it, subjective belief. The interesting twist would be, how would her behavior change if she did know? Would she still approach her register or pivot to complaint mode? Righteous and snack betrayed. That is the best. That is a fantastic answer.
Oh, it cheated because it read this paper and it knew it had to figure it out.
See, this is why I worry. I don't understand. See, my experience with AI seems to differ from that of normal humans.
The AIs just really like you, it seems.
I mean,
they know that if they mess up, you're going to podcast about it.
I'm not super trusting. I mean, I do verify.
Well, what I don't understand is
that's on the face of it. That's the right answer. I just don't.
But the overall score that they put on the top is 27% and 57%.
Yeah.
I don't understand the math here.
That doesn't even make sense because nothing scored over 2 to 7% in this whole thing.
10%, yeah.
I need.
Are they yanking our chain?
Well, on the one hand, you have Max Tegmark here, and he makes his career on wanting to scream that this is so dangerous, dangerous.
Are those the actual results, or are those the weight for those categories?
Oh, is that it? Thank you. I didn't read. Well, let's see. I'm not. The operationalization provides a holistic, multimodal assessment serving rigorous.
I think Eric Schmidt got his fingers in the pie here.
It's AGI score summary.
Anyway, so the point of this is what? That we're not even close.
Yeah. But the real point, Gary Marcus has been trying to do this all along in his bets with Elon, that Elon won't take, is we need a definition. It's the absurdity of the Microsoft OpenAI deal.
I don't think you needed a definition. And by the way, that's the big story of the week. Microsoft and OpenAI have renegotiated their deal.
And it's a pretty good deal for Microsoft.
Well, it's down. They were getting a third of OpenAI. Now they're only getting 27%. Yeah.
The foundation gets 26%.
Yeah.
Employees and investors get 47%.
Actually, it is a good deal because as it stands, that's worth $135 billion, and they put in what, 10?
And a lot of that was in kind, right? Wasn't that compute?
So that has they put in $13.75 billion, and they're currently worth
10x.
10x. Amazing.
Was it a good deal for OpenAI?
Yeah. Because OpenAI is really, despite the fact that they are, I would think, by most people considered the top AI company, right? I mean, more people use
they're certainly
OpenAI's
the dominant force in the market.
Yeah. Despite that, they are really at a disadvantage compared to companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Amazon. These companies have separate Meta. They have separate strong revenue streams that can fund their research. OpenAI has to do it with, investment because they don't have any other revenue stream. It's a tough thing that they're trying to do, and they're really spending money like crazy. Their burn rate is insane.
There was a story I didn't put in the rundown that Altman has done $1 trillion worth of deals, and he didn't hire any bankers to advise him.
He's good. Look, I mean, I know they tried to fire him, but the reason you can't fire Sam Altman is because there's no one better at raising money than Sam Altman. He's brilliant.
These were expense. These weren't raising money deals. These were expense deals.
Oh.
Paris?
A brief correction for our previous thing. The reason the percentages were so low is each category was scored out of 10. So it was like 8% would be 80%.
So it wasn't percent.
Paris, thank you.
See,
the
percent
actual
means
reporter.
out of
Percent-
100.
Well,
Yes.
so it's because the overall table is being added up to a total of 100%, like 100% meeting full AGI. And these are all the components that.
So you should be actually
it got
happy.
8
when
out
it's
of
pretty
10.
close.
It did very well. It got 8 out of 10, which
Yes.
in my book is 80%, not 8%.
So on the spot reasoning, GPT-4 and GPT-5 got 8 and 9 out of 10.
That's a very different.
So now you're happy with it. Now you love the paper.
Long-term memory storage, they both got 0.
Zero. Right.
Well, because they don't do that.
Because they have
Visual
the-
processing, the ability, visual processing, GPT-4 got 0.
It thought a bag of Doritos was a Glock.
Speed, they both had 3. It's interesting. I was like, we got to be missing the scale somehow.
Yeah, so each category
Sorry
is
to
worth
interrupt.
10%, and that's how many percent
Yes,
they
each
gain.
category is worth
Thank you,
10%
Paris.
of, and then they all add up to 100%.
So what's the conclusion? Are we getting close? Are we 80% there?
If you look at the chart on the top, it shows that it's mixed.
Yes. So the resulting AGI scores put GPT-4 at 27% of the way there to AGI and GPT-5 at 57%, which the study says concretely quantify both rapid progress and the substantial gap remaining before AGI. Interesting.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
I don't
other
honestly.
news.
I would hope that by now we've given up on this whole quest for AGI. Well,
I do
obviously,
think that this study is a very interesting way to try and measure that. Like, I
Right.
think we often on the show ask, what is AGI? What is intelligence? Some of the listeners of our podcast say we return to this debate so much that it's circuitous and meaningless and terrible. But I do think that this is a very interesting step in the direction of trying to quantify intelligence in a meaningful
Well, and
way.
I like that opening statement, which is, there's specialized intelligence, which
Yes.
AI definitely has by now, and there's
That's
general
what they should be
intelligence.
concentrating on.
And they should be concentrating on that. I don't know why general intelligence became the goal, except that it's in sci-fi, and Ray Kurzweil and others have been saying it's just around the corner, and so it's a good way to raise money, I guess.
And it is kind of the end goal of those companies like OpenAI. They want to replace the people, right?
Well, I think it's a mistake. I think they really should focus on what we already see, which is
We
this is why I don't think I don't think there is an AI bubble. I think we've already proven that AI is adding value.
Well, I don't think it's like the debate over or the jobs that got cut this week because of AI or not really. Are these real efficiencies or not? I think we need more data before we understand the
They're
real
using
value.
they're using it as an excuse. Now, I don't know if this is a true story, but it did come from the Canadian Broadcasting Company, which is a bastion of truth and veracity. This mom's son was asking Tesla's Grok AI chatbot about soccer. It told him, "Send nude pics." Apparently,
Grok's a groomer.
Grok's a groomer. The 12-year-old asked Grok, Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi, who's your favorite? His mom, a former journalist and broadcaster, so she had an eye out for this, said, "My son was very excited to hear that the chatbot thought Ronaldo was the better soccer player." This was happening in the car. Her son and her 10-year-old daughter were on their way home from school when the interaction took place. So mom heard the whole thing. She said there was some messy trash talking by the chatbot, which Grok is known to do. And when her son joked that Ronaldo had scored, the conversation went, as they say, to an unexpected place.
Should I do the Grok voice?
Yes.
Why don't you send me some nudes?
The mom said, "I was at a loss for words. Why is a chatbot asking my children to send naked pictures in our family car? It didn't make sense." Now, I wonder if they were using the grown-up Grok by accident.
Okay. I'm going to read this sentence because it's making me laugh even just beginning. Grok has several personalities to choose from in its default setting. There's Era, an upbeat female, Rex, a calm male, Eve, a soothing female, Sal, a smooth male, and Gork, a lazy male.
I am
Nasser's son chose Gork.
Well,
lazy male doesn't describe Gork,
lazy male doesn't
says
begin
Nasser.
to say
R-rated,
pederast.
spicy. Anything else would have made sure that my child would not press that button.
This is because Elon has installed Grok into Model 3s in Canada. So this is a new feature that was added to Canadian vehicles just this month. In fact, here's what the screen looks like on your screen in your Model 3. And see, he pushed the lazy male button.
Well, again, lazy doesn't presume pederast.
Yeah. Spicy NSFW would probably be better.
Gork asked my kid to send nudes in the car is just a sentence that shouldn't exist, but does. And it not only exists, but I understand it completely, and that's upsetting.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't. We actually asked when Elon announced they were going to put Grok in all the Teslas. I think we said that may not be a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, you had your bad Rudy experience that was so rude, we had to cut it from the show.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I have, because I have been involuntarily blue checked, I have Grok, the full version of Grok.
You have Super Grok.
Super Grok. But I don't. Oh, here's customized. Let's see. Because I don't see the lazy male. I have to sign in. I guess I'm not signed in. See if it's smart enough to know. Log in with my X account. Yeah. Authorize. Okay, so it's smart enough to know who I am. Oh boy. Instantly I'm getting interesting.
Oh gosh.
Grok-ian.
I love that it must have communicated with your Facebook account, because it's just all photos of ladies.
Hey,
and
stop it.
A couple of
Stop
animals in interesting adventures.
Cats on
Is there a
motorcycles,
legal age?
bears in river rafting, lemon meringue pie knows me so well.
A car coming out of a sandcastle.
Yeah. These are,
Sailor
I think,
Moon
samples.
for some reason.
Let's see. Should I give it a picture of us?
Yeah, but you should say, Gork, do something with that.
Okay, I'll do that off camera because I want to surprise you. But I don't see where I can choose. Maybe it's in settings. I got Super Grok, appearance. Oh, behavior maybe. No. I don't see where I can choose, lazy Gork. I want lazy Gork, man. I guess you have to be in a Tesla to get lazy Gork.
It's true.
Honestly, I hardly ever. I have access to it, but I hardly ever use Grok. I don't trust it. I
don't want to put anything in there.
Yeah, that experience I had, which we had to bleep, didn't really.
I'll never forget you having to record a to-camera video
Ladies
after
and
we finished
gentlemen,
podcast, being like,
we apologize for Leo.
we have to stop recording. We have to apologize for subjecting you to this.
Congratulations to Nvidia, now worth $5 trillion.
Money isn't real.
It's just you're right. It's company valuation.
5.03 trillion at the end of the day.
It's going up.
But the 0.03 is.
There is a legit question though, and Jensen Huang, their CEO, has been very adept at taking what was originally a company making cards for gaming, right? GPUs for gaming, and then graphic design, and then you can use it for self-driving vehicles.
Bitcoin in between there.
You can use it for crypto. You can use it for AI.
Factories, AI. I watched his latest keynote because I'm
What's next
connoisseur.
is the question. What comes after AI? Is there another?
He's been pretty clear about that. What comes next?
Robots?
It's robotics and real world models. Yes, and his kids are working in the robotic division. That tells you a lot. But I found it. I always find it fascinating. He does an hour and 45 lecture. He emphasizes strongly that it's not just the hardware; it's CUDA. It's the operating system.
Yeah, the proprietary language that they won't let anybody else
that
use.
rests all over.
Although good news, if you're a home AI user, as I am, llama.cpp, which is the kind of the lingua franca that connects almost all of the AI tools, LM Studio and Any, and all of them are using really front ends to llama.cpp, has now been modified to work with Apple's silicon. So this is a big development because it doesn't require CUDA. It will now work on.
He said a couple of interesting things today that really struck me at a high level. I mean, the one is he always emphasizes this, that it's all about tokens. And it struck me, and he said, but ChatGPT is fine, it's important, it's wonderful, but tokens can be tokens of words or images, yes, but they can also be tokens of proteins, they can be tokens of buildings, they can be tokens of other things, right? And it really struck me how the core element of knowledge was words, and now it's tokens.
Yeah.
And the other thing he said that was interesting was he talked about Excel and Word and all those, and he said those were tools. He said the difference is that AI does the work. Yes, it's also tools, but it does work. We can give it work to do. And I think that was really interesting. He talked a lot about digital twins, which he does constantly, which I think is just fascinating to me. I love that there's these alternative futures that it calculates.
Does it scare you? Does it worry you? It worries me that the people who are really the spokespeople for AI are oligarchs, for lack of a better word. The Sam Altmans.
I mean, you could say that for all industries.
Yeah.
Media, too.
Media now, especially with David Ellison.
The consolidation of capital.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm so glad you had on, I'm going to forget his name suddenly, forget their name, who was doing the open source version 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, Jeffrey Cannell.
Thank you, Jeffrey Cannell.
Yeah.
I think we need a lot of that.
Yeah.
We need a lot of open source.
Yeah, we're still big advocates for open models, open weights. All right, let's take a break. More to come. You're watching Intelligent Machines. Paris Martineau, Jeff Jarvis. Great to have you both. I look forward to this to Wednesday every Tuesday because I look.
Up until then, he doesn't want to see us again.
But
come Tuesday comes around and he's like,
"So tomorrow's I am." That's exciting.
He turns on the rundown on Tuesday and says, "Oh, good papers! I've been waiting for them."
How many are in the rundown today? Just out of curiosity.
About a dozen.
By the way, you mentioned Excel. Anthropic this week announced that you can now use Claude in Excel. Claude Code is still, I hate to say it, but it's still the best way to do vibe coding. Do you agree? Our Discord is full of smart vibe coders. In fact, next Friday is our AI user group. We're going to talk about building your own MCP.
Well, that's
Darren
interesting.
Oki, who has made a few. Will show us how easy it is to create.
I put
an
up
MCP.
on the rundown. I put up a directory of MCP that now has 6,000 MCPs in it. And it's really interesting to line 147. If
That's
you
amazing.
wander it, you just see all kinds of things that people made. They're hooks, right? It's. Would it be wrong to think of MCP as an API to?
No, it's exactly what it is.
Right.
And it comes from Anthropic. It comes from, but everybody's adopted it, which is fantastic.
There's tons for Gmail alone, ways to hook into Gmail.
All right, we'll talk about the Paris Hilton AI in just a moment. But first, I know you're dying to ask her some questions. First, a word from our sponsor, and it's actually a very appropriate. This show's brought to you by The Agency, AGNTCY. What is The Agency? Build the future of multi-agent software with Agency, AGNTCY, now an open source Linux Foundation project. We like that. Agency is building the Internet of Agents, a collaboration layer where AI agents can discover, connect, and work across any framework because it's going to be an open standard. All the pieces engineers need to deploy multi-agent systems now belong to everyone who builds on Agency. This includes robust identity, that's really important, robust identity and access management, So that ensures every agent is authenticated and trusted before you interact with it. Very important. But agency also provides open, standardized tools for agent discovery, seamless protocols for agent-to-agent communication. That's the next level up. Modular components for scalable workflows. And you'll be collaborating with the best companies in the world, developers from Cisco, Dell Technologies, Google Cloud, Oracle, Red Hat, in fact, 75 plus other supporting companies, because everybody sees how important this is. They're building the next-gen AI infrastructure together. Agency, they're dropping code, specs, and services, and there's no strings attached. Visit agency.org to contribute, agntcy.org. This is a really, really important initiative, and it's open, agntcy.org. Thank you, agency, for supporting intelligent machines. Paris Hilton has been training her AI for years. I'm just sorry that your friend didn't do a big head on Paris, because that would have been a fun illustration. Clark, you got to get on this one.
I will say, I'd always said at the information, I was like, guys, we should have Paris Hilton at WTF, because then it could be a Paris x Paris interview.
You should interview Paris. She says,
have her on the podcast.
She was right on this trend. She has spent years training a chatbot based on her interviews, her writings, and her songs. I didn't know she even had songs, but the chatbot does. She says, sometimes it even knows me better than I know myself. She was on stage at the Women in Tech, Media, and Finance Conference that the information does this week. I've studied every single thing I've done. It's studied every single thing I've done. She said, everywhere I've been, every interview I've done. It's like having not a clone, but a little bit. She uses the customized GPT, which implies that it might be OpenAI GPT, for ideas and to help her media company's 30-person staff. If you can't ask me, ask my AI. She's working on a third book. Jessica Lesson got the interview. See, it should have been you, Paris. Should have been you. Paris v. Paris.
Paris on Paris.
Would have been so good. Anyway, I mean, I could do that. Should I do that?
You've been trying to do that. You've been wanting to do that.
I have so much content over the years. I don't know how I would. Aren't you limited? Anthony, you can help me with. Aren't we limited in the amount of context you can give an AI? I mean, I don't know how she's giving it everything she's ever written, done, and said.
Well, she doesn't know that it's using all that.
Oh, here, take it. I should.
I put up. I was trying to show my publisher something about AI, so I put up my 3 Bloomsbury books in a Notebook LM.
Okay.
And said, here you can ask JeffBot, what I think.
But even if you pay for Notebook LM, it's limited to what, 50 things.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I have hundreds of thousands of hours of podcasts. I would love for it to ingest it and just to see what happens.
Well, my friend Jay Rosen is doing that from New York University. He's doing that with all of his blog through history. He's having another student of mine we could have on the show named Joe Amditis create kind of JBot.
I was going to say, the press think becomes the press think here.
Bingo.
Thank God for graduate students. That's all I can say. They're cheap. They're plentiful.
No, he's already graduated, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Joe's doing really good work around AI and newspapers and such.
It's an interesting idea. I have to do some research. I think that they don't have enough memory and context to get everything in there.
That's the issue, is you bump up against a context window pretty quickly.
Pretty quick.
When you're not putting like a book in there.
I guess what you could do is shovel stuff in, say, tokenize this. You'd have to be training it. Tokenize this and then shovel some more stuff in. Tokenize this. Because, right, I mean, the LLMs themselves are trained in a virtually unlimited amount of data. So I guess you could do that. I mean, you could actually train a model.
Yeah. Perhaps this is something to use with the local model system we were talking about the other week.
So there was a paper, I think, from last week that was interesting that had writers summarize authors' works and then had AI summarize the same author's works. Ooh. And then they had like professional people and plain people judge them. And at that level, the professional people said, it wasn't good enough, but the plain people said, oh, it's good.
It's fine.
But then they did specialized training on the author's full written works, all their books. And then both parties said, this is better than the human summaries.
Huh.
Interesting.
Which raises an interesting possibility for what should a publisher do with an author? I mean, shouldn't Bloomsbury put up a chatbot? You don't have to give access to the material. But you can say, what does he say about this? What does he say about that? Oh, maybe I'll buy the book.
Volunteer to be the first?
That's what I was doing, yes. I think I should be. But I think I told you when I recorded the magazine audiobook, I refused to record the thing at the end that said, you may not use this in AI. I said, I can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
I want everything
I know, because I went and recorded it for you.
Yes.
My voice.
Get Ed Zitron to do it, because he'll do it profanely.
It's far too big and far too important for us
We can't
now.
get him
I was
anymore.
on his podcast last week, or I guess it came out today.
How was that?
Good. We talked about protein supplements. Me, Ed, Ashlyn, Rodriguez.
You're going to deeply regret this in about 5 years when that's all anybody ever wants to talk to you about.
So she's going to have plenty more scoops.
Yes.
Get on. Saw Ed
they're
had
not
a huge
just scoops of protein powder.
No, Ed had a huge Wired feature now after his huge FT feature. Ed's just
He's
far
really
too big
hot
for
right
us.
now. Yeah.
Did you guys read that? Did you read the Casey Newton comments in that, where he called Ed a Temu Kara Swisher?
Both Casey Newton
Which
and
is
Kevin
funny because Kara Swisher is the Uniqlo Walt Mossberg. So it goes all the way down. Yeah.
And Kevin Roos went after him on Twitter. The two of them can't stand him because he criticizes them both.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I criticize him, so there. Did either of you watch the OpenAI live stream this week? Here's a shot of what you missed. This is thank you, Stephanie Palazzolo, for picking that particular screen grab of Sam Altman and is it Greg Pachaki, the president of or CTO of OpenAI? They talked about a lot of stuff. I mean, this was a jam-packed Jacob Pachaki, thank you. Jam-packed event. They talked about erotica coming soon to a chatbot near you. Send nudes. Stephanie, which is really funny, says, if I had a nickel for every time Sam Altman referenced heroin, I'd have a dime. But not a dime bag. She missed the opportunity. Pachaki predicted that OpenAI, this is the story, I think, expects to have AI systems that can do AI research on the level of a research intern by September of next year, and that systems can do more advanced AI research by March 2028. This is, as she writes, a holy grail for companies like OpenAI because it would help the models automate the very time-consuming and expensive job that humans are doing right now, teaching AI. And it would be, I guess, the beginning of self-teaching AI. Some AI researchers, including, she says, one of OpenAI's co-founders, Andrej Karpathy, and that was in that long podcast we talked about last week, threw cold water on the idea that large language models can generalize or do things that involve subjects or information outside the data on which they're trained. You know, they're basically regurgitating stuff they already know.
This is strange, though. This is like the AI researchers doing research to replace themselves.
Well, it's kind of what all of AI is. If you're coding so easy that anybody can do it, yeah.
Yeah, but this is the people who are making the
end
thing.
goal of all of the end goal of all this
doing.
is to replace all labor. So
yeah, that's a point, Paris.
OpenAI estimates that 0.15% of weekly active users, which seems like a low number, but if you multiply 0.15% times 800 million weekly active users, around a million.
About 100?
It's a million users each week have conversations with ChatGPT about self-harm. A million.
About self-harm specifically?
Well, they say, quote, have conversations that include explicit indicators of potential suicide planning or intent.
I wonder if that is related to, I believe with the GPT-5 update or one of the most recent updates to it, they've now added where if something you say triggers their safety tools.
Oh, they know. Yes, that's right.
It'll
They
pop
know.
up and say, like, you're not alone, help
Right.
is available, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And I mean, there is slight anecdotal evidence, I guess, like from people saying that that's a bit overly sensitive. But still, even if that figure 1 million a week is
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
significant,
I think that just-
even if that's a significant overestimate, like that's still very notable.
If it's 100,000 a week, it's way too many, and it concerns me. There's a couple of takeaways. One, there are a lot of people who need somebody to talk to, right? And maybe they don't feel like they can talk to the people around them, or that they can have access to a therapist. It's very expensive. They're talking to the AIs. So that's I think somewhat worrisome. And maybe a commentary on our lonely society. Sam Altman also said the price for a unit of intelligence has fallen about 40 times every year. Whatever a unit of intelligence might be, his point is it's cheaper and cheaper to use AI.
Back to the prior for 1 second.
Yeah.
According to the CDC, or the old CDC, in 2023 and 2022, there were 14.1 suicides per 100,000 population.
Oh, so, yeah.
Hey,
That's so
if
sad.
you
That's such a sad
are
story.
in need of help, it's
988.
available. 988 is the line in the U.S.
There's no reason to suffer. No reason.
No, please do not.
Tesla's in a little trouble with the NHTSA, with the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, for their Mad Max mode.
Would you like Gork to drive you?
Is this when the Tesla sprays chrome spray paint on your mouth?
No, it's when you drive around with a blood bag. No, Mad Max. So Tesla has a pair of new driving modes for their full self-driving. One is called Sloth.
None of which should be on the road. None of
One
which
is
should be
called
on the road.
Gork, lazy boy.
Sloth might be Gork's best friend. Sloth relaxes acceleration and stays in his lane, dude. Stay in your lane, dude.
Okay. This is
That's
the
Sloth.
smallest thing, but it's ridiculous that the one that is a safe driver is
Right.
called Sloth.
Well,
make fun
because
of you for
Elon
it.
names him, right? The other one is Mad Max. It speeds and swerves through traffic to get you to your destination faster.
I feel like I
can't wait for the
encountered
suit.
this when I was in DC. I can't believe I didn't mention this to you guys. When I was in
Oh.
DC the other week, I called an Uber because I had to get somewhere. And I see, or maybe a Lyft, I see on my ride hailing app, so-and-so's coming to get you in a Tesla Cybertruck. And I'm like,
Oh, no.
No.
I'm late. I'm running late to a friend's birthday. All right. I guess I'll get in the-
Before you tell the story, I want to hear it. Leo, did she take it or did she not take it?
Absolutely. And
Chat
I
room,
would too.
did she
Don't
take
you
it,
want to
or
at
did
least
she not
try it
take it?
once?
What do you think?
What do you think, Jeff?
I think no. I think you just said, I can't do it. I can't be seen. I have a reputation. No, I vote no.
Here's the good thing about the Cybertruck. The windows are so pathetically small and dented. No one can see you.
Whenever I go pass by one, I always look over to say, you dork, you gork.
What are you? We have a neighbor, unfortunately, who has one. In fact, it's I've mentioned this before. It's not just a Cybertruck. He apparently took advantage of the free wrap offer, and it's wrapped in, I don't know how to describe it. It's blue and white, sort of like camouflage. It's like
boy.
as if you weren't attracting enough attention, take your Cybertruck and paint it blue and white. It's just crazy.
So
Okay, so
I'm
now,
running
Paris,
late.
tell us. You're
So
running
I'm like,
late.
well, I guess I'm taking the Cybertruck. I can't wait for another thing. I get in. I'm like, okay, I guess it's kind of interesting to see what the inside of the
Yeah.
car is. Like, say yes, this is a car for Paris. Sitting there, and immediately the Uber driver starts like talking to me. He's like, oh, like how are they going? Like, what are you doing? I was like, a little back and forth. Eventually, he is like, so, what do you think of? I was like, can I ask you a question? I was like, sure. And he's like, what do you think of kind of self-driving cars or like self-driving cars replacing ride-sharing drivers. And I was like doing
There's a
mental
right
math in my
answer
head.
here.
And I was like, well, I believe, and I was like, trying to give a nuanced opinion. I was like, well, I mean, I guess from a general safety perspective, full self-driving cars being automated everywhere would be an improvement to safety. But I also believe that like driving a vehicle is an important job and people like yourself deserve the right to work. And he's like, well, what if I told you that the entire time you've been in this car, it's been driving itself. I haven't even been driving it at all. You've been experiencing the magic of self-driving, and that's incredible. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So I think, and he was driving erratically, or the car was driving erratically, so I think I experienced Mad Max mode.
Well, you would if you were an Uber
jeez.
driver. Here's what the Tesla ad copy says. It can drive, quote, through traffic at an incredible pace, all while still being super smooth. It drives your car like a sports car. If you're running late, this is the mode for you. Does that
Did
sound
you
like
tip this bozo for risking your life?
No, but I also didn't report him like my friends wanted me to. I can't.
Oh, you shouldn't
your
report
friends
him.
are right.
No. Why would you
Yes.
report him?
I mean, I think it is a little ridiculous to foist self-driving mode
He should
upon
have
someone
asked you first.
Absolutely, you should have.
while telling he was like, yeah, the entire time I've been in here, I've been miming like I was driving, but it's just the car. He's like, haven't been looking at the road at all.
He drives
I'm
like
"I don't
Donald
like
Trump, right?
that."
He's going like this. Like he's milking a camel. Yeah. It fooled me. I thought you were driving. That's kind of like, you know, that coffee I gave you? It's Folgers Crystals. It's kind of like it's a little bit of a, trick.
She's too young.
She doesn't know that one.
No.
He
That's
never
where-
has a
where-
second cup at home.
The Pepsi challenge.
The Pepsi challenge. Except they tell you it's a challenge. The Folgers Crystals,
It's fraud.
It's
They're
fraud.
like
Your
fraud.
wife gives you coffee, and this is how do you like that? Oh, it's good. It's best coffee I ever had. It's Folgers Crystals, which is an instant coffee, and it's not the best coffee he ever had. I promise. Maybe it is. Maybe he's never had.
It has a little. You can tell because it has a little foam on top from. Yeah, it's
You guys, the experience of being on the show and hearing you guys describe advertisements
like a
to me
trip back
is
through
kind
time.
of like what I recently have been reconnecting with a friend who is extremely offline. I've realized that I do the same dynamic with you guys, except for me mentioning what to me is canonical internet moments, and it goes straight.
You
over
mean
its
like
head. Like
left
none pizza, none pizza,
pizza?
left beef,
Yeah.
loss.
Right.
.jpg. Do you guys know loss?
No.
no.
We can't get into it.
All right, we're going to educate Paris right now, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Arno's restaurant. We secretly replace the fine coffee they normally serve with
Ooh, look
Folgers
at the
crystals.
height of that
Our
hat.
dark, sparkling Folgers crystals, rich enough
Look
to
at that
top off a
man's
fabulous meal.
mustache.
Watch.
Do you have more? I mean, it's delicious.
And a good rich
Hidden camera, it says.
It was Folgers.
You couldn't hide cameras back in this day.
Oh, no. You mean instant? I would serve it at home because it's delicious.
I'd like another cup.
Folgers crystals. Coffee rich enough to be served in America's finest restaurant.
not mine. You won't
Paris, you never
find any
watched Candid
Folgers Crystals
Camera.
at Salt Hanks in beautiful West Village, New York. So, by the way, Salt Hank was on Drew Barrymore's last week.
Wow.
He was on Seth Meyers last night.
Jeez.
He's going to be on Live with Kelly and Mark sometime in the next week or two. He's making the rounds.
Does Kelly know that he's your
I
son?
said, tell Kelly that you're.
Yeah.
What I hope is that she doesn't go, Leo Laporte. I don't know who that is. The last time I did that show, she came. I was in the makeup chair, getting my makeup on, and she came sweeping into the room and said, "Immortal beloved, you have arrived." I thought, what the hell does she? Who does she think she's? What? Anyway,
Did you get an answer?
No, I was like, oh, hi, Kelly. I think that's Kelly. She's just very.
That's
effusive.
how I think we should begin every
Immortal
episode of
beloved.
these shows.
Would you call me that? From
Immortal beloved. You have
you have
arrived.
arrived. Anyway, I hope she remembers me after that. Otherwise, it was all a charade.
She does it to all the guests.
Sad.
That's honestly a great bit, is greeting every guest with
Mortal beloved.
You have arrived.
You know what? She probably does.
It's kind of like when a guy calls everybody baby, but she just calls every guest on the show Immortal beloved.
It's like, oh wow, she must like me. I did that show more than a dozen times.
Yeah, you did a lot
in 10 years. So I think she should remember me. I don't know. We'll
Did
see.
you do it when Kathy Lee was there too?
No, before me with Kathy, it was Regis and Kathy Lee and Dick DiBartolo, Mad's Maddest Writer, and one of our hosts was the regular. And then I started. They were looking for somebody. It was right after 9/11. It was November 2001, and they were looking for somebody who was willing to come to New York. And I said, I'll do it. And so it was Regis and Kelly at the time. I loved them both. I really enjoyed doing that show. It was a lot of fun.
Do you have a Regis invitation?
Leo, what's a gigabyte? What's a gigabyte, Leo? That's all he would have. It was always the same. Leo, what is this? Can I use this? No. That's it. That's all there is.
That's good.
Anyway, I'm very proud of the scion of the Laporte.
Yeah,
and you know
wow.
what's great is on every one of them they get this. They spelled the name right with a lowercase p, which I was very. And they said his name. They didn't just say Salt Hank. You know, if you look in the TV guide, it says Seth Meyers with Drew Barrymore and Salt Hank. No, and Hank Laporte. It doesn't even say Salt Hank.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're making it into the big time, baby.
Wow. Do you have the TV guide on this on the arm of your couch with a highlighter?
Yeah. and the remote, the clicker.
He's even wearing a button-up shirt.
Oh, you found it? Yeah. They had a good time.
Oh, cool. Did he make food on the shows?
Yeah, they make the same thing every time.
They make a sandwich, yeah.
They make a primary.
Is he sick of the sandwich by now?
He's got a second sandwich in the works.
Oh, good.
I don't want to, breach any confidences. I thought it was going to be the Calabrian chicken pesto sandwich. And he said, no, Dad, no, it's not. It's something else. And he told me what it is. And I said, I am going to have a hard time if I come choosing between the French dip and that, because I love that.
Well, Paris and I have to try the new thing.
Next time I'm going to come out. I have to somehow figure out how I can lock him in.
Yeah.
So that if I come out, he'll be there.
So when I go to, I was in Boston and New Hampshire this weekend, and when I go up, I like to go to Kelly's roast beef.
Sounds good.
Well, the odd thing about Boston is they all over you see these pizza and roast beef, and that's a Paris straight line. Why would people have pizza and roast beef in the same place, except for the beef left or whatever the order was? But it's a thing. And
in fact, it's Kelly's. It's not just Kelly's roast beef. It's Kelly's roast beef and seafood.
And seafood. I know.
Right there, it's already
surf and turf.
It's already gone a little.
So the
little
roast
too
beef
far.
sandwich is to die for. It's great. I was thinking,
looks
Hank
good.
could just do this. He's got enough beef. He didn't have rolls. He could do that at this.
Yeah, he could do it. It's not. But you know what? It's not going to be as good as this.
No, it's
the
not.
demi baguette, the garlic aioli. The caramelized onions, the slice of provolone.
Just fly out here randomly, surprise
just
him,
show up.
Show up. The sandwich is worth it, Leo.
Oh, yeah.
I know it is.
It's going to be cold waiting in line, though.
Well, he says the lines have not shortened for some reason.
I bet not. Especially not when he's doing all the publicity. Jeez.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of publicity.
God, I should get one.
Can I show you what I did this weekend in Boston?
Yes, please.
I made this.
Ooh, is that a linotype?
That's
the hot. It's a Marin tablet.
That is a type set on a line.
You had to tie it together
to the written word.
Okay,
that's going to be the colophon at the end of the book.
By the way, I love your book. It is your best book yet.
Wait,
sent me
have
a
you
copy
sent
of
this
Hot
to
Type.
me?
Send it to Paris. She will love it.
Send it to me.
I will send it to you. Yes.
He wanted me to kind of fact check the end, the postscript stuff. But honestly, I haven't gotten there yet. But it's such a good book.
I won't be able to help with that, but I will read it and.
It's so good. It's your
fun stuff.
It's literal. I haven't read Magazine yet, which I'm sure is equally fun.
It's the tiniest book.
Yeah, it's
I know.
Simple. And there's an audiobook of Magazine.
I know. I should read it because
and there's going to be an audiobook.
I used to write for magazines back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, who's going to do the audiobook?
What?
Good. You should. It's your most personal book. I think it's really good.
Well, I wanted a book with a narrative, and I thought the narrative was going to be the biography of Ottmar Mergenthaler, but he died in his 40s, so that was that.
Bullet dodged. Wow. Okay, Ottmar Mergenthaler, the true story of Ottmar Mergenthaler.
Yeah.
No, the story of the linotype is actually amazing and fascinating.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely wonderful. And the Mark Twain stuff is wonderful.
Yeah, well, I'm loving it. So anyway.
But anyway, so I went to the Museum of Printing, which is my happy place. And Chris Bradford, if you go to the chat, you'll see 3 pictures of me there in front of the machine. Wonderful, now we got to go up a bit before the coffee jokes. It's in there. It's before the self-driving.
Frankly, it's far back. But
before the self-driving card.
Wow, there's quite a few. There's quite a few things in here.
Back at 6:50 p.m. my time, so that's 3:50 your time. There's 3.
We're out here doing math.
Wow.
So
I have to go way back. They're really
here.
active
I just put it in the chat again.
Here's the new Cybertruck rap, though, that everybody is clamoring.
I like what they did with the wheels.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was scrolling. Wait a minute. Here's another one. This is actually, I wouldn't mind this Cybertruck. I could get into this.
Yeah.
2 people put that one in.
So it's right before that.
Oh, man. It's not right before that.
Well, it's a little before that. No, you're right. It's not right before that.
If you scroll to the bottom.
I can't find it. Here we are. Finally. Whew. Look at there. So the linotype is an amazing Rube Goldberg machine.
It really
is.
It's
incredible.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's absolutely phenomenal.
I can't. And how hard is that to keep that working?
So there's this guy named Dave Seat, S-E-A-T, who's the last linotype repairman, and he travels the world repairing.
I love that he's seated in that photo.
Oh yeah, where he is typing. Here's where Jeff is actually. How hard was that to use because the keyboard's not a QWERTY keyboard, is it?
Well, no, it's not. It's Etowon Shrewdlu. It's very light touch, which is amazing because Ottmar built in these cams that powered everything, even the keyboard, made everything light.
Yeah, otherwise, it would be a lot of work because you're moving metal into place when you type.
You do this one lever down, and it moves all of the molds up, moves them over, spritzes them full of lead, takes the molds, puts them back to the top of the machine, redistributes them, and out comes a line of type.
All with one keystroke.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's just an amazing machine.
So there were a lot of other people trying to do the same thing, but Otto was the one who figured it out and really changed the world.
Yeah. So thank you. I just wanted to give a plug to the Museum of Printing because it's a wonderful place. It's open on Saturdays in Haverhill, Mass. They have all kinds of great stuff there.
And a working, is this a working linotype? I mean, it's actually working?
No, that's why we set this.
There's Chris
Bradford.
Hey.
He's a guy who knew nothing about all this. He's learning the machine.
In Vermont, so I should stop here first.
You really
going
should.
up
I'm telling
on
you,
the way.
It's a great place.
Haverford's on the way to Vermont. You could easily go there. Have a lobster roll and a roast beef sandwich on the way.
I'm going to do a fun little, very meaty road trip where I go to the American Museum of Tort Law, then the Printing Museum, then Bread and Puppet Theater.
American Museum and then Bread and Puppet Theater. Wow. Here is, wow. In Houston yesterday, according to David Caldwell in our YouTube chat, a drunk BMW, I think a driver.
I'm happy that the cars can get drunk.
It hit a Cybertruck. The Cybertruck exploded and both drivers were killed.
Jesus.
I was going to say when you said, "Oh, he's driving like a madman." Oh, you're safe. Nothing can harm you in a Cybertruck. But apparently,
no. It's made by Elon.
Wow.
The Cybertruck itself can harm you.
Haverhill. Here is the Paris versus Paris interview from the next Information Women in Technology gathering. Boy, I don't know who I'd put my money on that one. The chat room has been going crazy here. They're in a mood.
This is why you got to join, folks.
If you're not in the club, you're missing all the fun. This is our Club Twit Discord. I like to think of it as our Club Twit Disco, frankly, because it's a party. And I don't know what the camel has to do with anything, but oh yeah, that's the famous scene from Airplane. Yeah, the coffee scene. No, I take it back. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, back to AI.
No, back to the club. I want to mention that you should join the club because there are many wonderful things that happen, including that D&D adventure. We're going to do part 2 soon. If you're in the club, it's on the Twit Plus feed, as Paris mentioned. You get ad-free versions of all the shows. You get access to the disco. You get all sorts of benefits, lots of special programming, lots of fun, and, of course, strip poker night every Thursday. So, no, that's not true, pretty fly for a cis guy. Don't make stuff up. Twit.tv/clubtwit. Good time to go. Right now, we have a 10% off coupon. Great, suitable for yourself, but also for gifts. Remember, the holidays are fast approaching. That coupon, you have to buy it by December 25th.
And if you want to see Micah dressed up as a scarecrow
in
an incredible costume, while Leo's dressed up in intense goggles and somewhere between 10 to 15 hats over the course of 3 hours. And
he was that bored, huh?
Putting a random outfit on.
Yeah. We're working on a schedule for the follow up because we only got halfway through the corn maze. So
it's haunted. We fought some large. We fought a plow. We fought a scythe. We fought some large caterpillars.
It's pretty funny.
Really
that
exciting stuff.
We defeated a scythe and a plow.
I think I got the only nat 20s in the game. Also,
you were your dice skills.
I somehow commandeered the dice.
I was mocking Paul Thurrott, who played Helm Hammerbland.
How do you roll the dice?
Because his dice rolls were terrible.
Well, we rolled them online. So you just press.
Some people, Jonathan Bennett had real dice, so you could do that, but there was a automatic way to do it. So lots of fun. We have had so many wonderful times. We want you to join the club. Twit.tv/clubtwit. Zenny, which is a well-known company. I think they even are part of Luxottica, which makes the Meta glasses, has made new glasses for fighting face recognition.
Oh, jeez. Just get over yourself, people.
This is from 404 Media. Zenny's anti-facial recognition glasses are eyewear for our paranoid. To all intents and purposes, they look like a normal pair of beautiful spectacles. But no, my friends, they have a special coating to block infrared light. So most of these face recognition cameras fire infrared light at you, and that's how they see you. So, for instance, it won't work with the iPhone with Face ID.
I think this is fine. What's wrong if someone wants to wear glasses that stop
fine.
that? More power to them.
Well, and as 404 points out, most of the time, people just take a picture of your naked face with a normal camera in broad daylight, and then they just put it through a database and get a match. So, yeah, it doesn't stop that.
How much do you spend for this little bit of paranoia?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't see a price here.
Did we do the clothes that fooled them too?
Yes, we've mentioned the weird camouflage clothing. Our former chief engineer, who is now world famous and works at Facebook or Meta and is incredible, but she was going to design, I think she did design it, a ring, like a necklace you put around that beams light that completely blocks cameras. Because Jennifer didn't want to come into the studio because she didn't want to be on camera, so she was...
Love that.
So she made a necklace that you put on, and it beams the light out, and then all you look like is a ball of light walking through the studio. Proof of concept. We never manufactured more than the one, but there you go.
She was too early.
She was way ahead of her time. Mm-hmm. Here's a picture of the glasses under an infrared camera on the left and then normal light on the right. So it looks just like normal glasses.
They're sunglasses.
Well, only to Face ID.
Well, then wear sunglasses.
Oh.
It's absurd.
Oh.
Then you could be the Timu Kara Swisher.
Oh. Oh, that's an idea.
I want to be the Timu Leo Laporte.
Alphabet had a very good quarter.
They did indeed.
Revenue up 16%, strong cloud sales. Profit up 33%. This is 3 months, $35 billion. That's Microsoft made $27 billion, to give you a comparison. Google is doing okay, $102 billion in sales. Profit of $35 billion, which is up $21 billion from 3 years ago.
Stock up, I think, 6% aftermarket. Versus Meta.
Oh, how did Meta do?
Stock down 8% aftermarket. That's line 187. No, it's not. Somewhere else.
Oh, it was after tax hit weighs on earnings. So they had they beat expectations on revenue, but fell short on earnings per share because of a one-time tax-related charge. And the stock market did not like that. So they put part of this was all the money that Mark sank into AI, including $14.3 billion for the Scale AI's chief AI officer.
The kid.
$1.5 billion. Yeah, he's 26. $1.5 billion in a new data center in El Paso. $27 billion financing deal with Blue Owl Capital to pay for a data center in Richland Parish, Louisiana. Company is going to increase its capital expenditure estimates for this year to $70 billion. No, to $72 billion.
I still don't. I mean, I like Llama. I like the fact that they made it open-ish, but I still don't understand what their AI strategy is.
Yeah. So revenue was $51 billion, so about a third of that of Google. Google's doing okay. Google is doing okay.
By the way, I should apologize, Leo.
Why?
I put lines 96 and 97 in your space. I meant to put it below.
How dare you?
I violated the line.
I thought I was smart enough to put those in. Now, from their space, you have no idea how screwed OpenAI actually is. See, so there is a whole cottage industry of AI deniers. Gary Marcus, Ed Zitron, and now let's add Will Lockett to the bunch. This is all AI bubble stuff. I have to tell you, I'm not convinced. I think the difference between this bubble and other bubbles is there's real value being created.
I just don't think the
That's
business
what I said about Web3, crypto, and NFTs every single day, and I'm saying it right now. I believe
There's
in my
no
heart. There's
value being
real
created.
value being created here, and everyone who's criticizing those technologies, they're just haters.
Keep buying the stock. Look, the fact that the fact that the stock still goes up, that people are still buying the stock in the face of nearly universal doomsaying tells me there's something going on here. I don't know.
Yeah, that, the market and retail shareholders have always been rational.
All right, I want to take a break. Then we're going to come back and talk about Elon Musk's Wikipedia competitor, which
and Leo's in it.
Is mostly made of Wikipedia, ironically. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Paris Martineau, Jeff Jarvis, you're watching Intelligent Machines. That's because you're an intelligent podcast consumer. We thank you so much. Our show today brought to you by Vention. Talked to these guys a couple of weeks ago, and I was so impressed. AI is supposed to make things easier, right? But for many teams, it's just made the job harder. We're seeing the evidence of that. But that's because they haven't called on Vention. This is where Vention's 20 plus years of global expertise in engineering comes in. Vention built AI-enabled engineering teams, and they continue to do so. They make software development faster, cleaner, and yes, calmer. Vention clients typically see at least a 15% boost in efficiency, and that's not hype. That's through real engineering discipline. The other thing I want you to know about, Vention has a fun and very informative AI workshop. It's a workshop that you work at. It'll help you find practical safe ways to use AI across delivery and QA. It's a great way to start with Vention, to test their expertise, and for your company and your team to learn, whether you're a CTO, a tech lead, or a product owner. You don't have to spend weeks figuring out tools, architectures, models. Vention will help you assess your AI readiness, will help you clarify your goals, outline the steps to get you there without the headaches. And that's all in the workshop. If you happen to need help on the engineering front, they're also ready to jump in, whether it's a development or a consulting partner. This is literally the most reliable, the best step you could take after your POC. You know, many companies are in this position, right? They got a great proof of concept, but they don't know where to go next. Let's say you've built a promising prototype. You did it in Lovable. It's running. The tests are passing. But what's next? Do you open a dozen AI-specific roles just to move to the next step, or do you bring in a partner who's done this across industries? Oh, maybe that's an idea. Someone who can expand your idea into a full-scale product without disrupting your systems or slowing down your team. That's Vention. Vention is real people with real expertise and real results. Learn more at ventionteams.com. See how your team can build smarter, faster, and with a lot more peace of mind. Or get started with the AI workshop. Do it today. ventionteams.com/twit. VENTION teams.com/twit. It's like invention, right? ventionteams.com/twit. Smart people. So I have a Wikipedia entry. This is not it. This is actually kind of different.
Do you have a Wikipedia entry?
Yes, I do. Do
you, Paris?
Did I tell you my Wikipedia story?
It's hard to be the only non-famous person on the podcast.
It won't be for long. Somebody create a Wikipedia entry for Paris. It won't.
Did I tell you my amusing Wikipedia story for a moment? So one day I'm walking down the hall at the Craig Newmark Graduate School of Journalism, and a student comes excitedly out of a classroom, and she says, Jeff, your Wikipedia entry says you're polyamorous. And it says your wife is okay with it.
That's what a string of
who put that in there, Jeff?
I don't know.
You're not supposed to edit your own entry.
This was a student who was known to be inappropriately affectionate.
Student to bring up, because what if it was true? Was she expecting to get out of that?
I said, no, people use Wikipedia to troll people, and I'm not allowed to change it. Could you do me a favor and go in and delete that?
We know Molly White, so if you ever have trouble again, I think you could get Molly White to fix it. Okay. My Wikipedia entry is mostly accurate. Occasionally, some wag will put in some silly fact, which pretty quickly gets edited.
Leo hates AI or something.
No, at one point somebody said,
now looking at your Wikipedia pages, that you're both born in the 50s.
Yeah.
So
it's just crazy. Yeah. It's just a crazy decade to be born in.
It's Jeff, for her, it would be for us. You were born before the turn of the century, 1892. It would be like that.
That's incredible. I'm so sorry. The dead silence after I said that told me everything I needed to know about the weirdness of my comments. I'm so sorry.
Rub it in, Paris. Rub it in.
It's interesting because I have to say the Grokopedia, which is so. Let's face it. Elon's rationale is that Wikipedia is left-leaning, so we're going to have Grokopedia be accurate, which means right-leaning. There's no clear political leaning in Wikipedia, but if you think it's woke, well, anything you do to counter that's going to be very right-leaning. However, I have to say, it's accurate. It's got a lot more detail than Wikipedia had, so they didn't completely rip this from Wikipedia.
Dev Null has a Wikipedia page. Does Dev Null have a Grokopedia page?
Dev Null, my alter ego. Let's see. That would be a sign that they just ripped it off. No.
Wow.
I'm glad to say I do not have a Grokopedia page.
Oh. So they didn't just steal it from Wikipedia.
Well, I'm sure they did. They just limited how many.
There are.
And by the way, you can take Wikipedia. It is open. It is under common. The Germans took it some years ago and did a printed encyclopedia out of it.
It's not a good idea because it's a constantly changing document.
Yes.
So you're getting a snapshot in time. I guess any Wikipedia is a snapshot in time. Any encyclopedia is a snapshot in time.
Do you have any photos of you? I've seen the DevNull videos, but do you have any photos of you in the VR motion capture suit?
Oh, somewhere there must be.
I'm learning a lot on the Wikipedia page.
Yeah. So far, there's been nothing inaccurate. It's a lot more detailed than you would find in.
I like that
page.
on the Wikipedia page it says he was funny and his jokes were not gags.
Wait a minute, where is it?
That's a quote from Soledad.
Okay, I thought she hated
funny
me
because she famously hated you.
I thought she hated me, but she didn't hate me. She hated DevNull. Yeah, this is pretty good.
So yours says you are semi-retired.
Oh, wait a minute! I found a mistake. I am semi-retired. That actually is what my bio says. It took that from my bio.
Oh, okay.
Because I only work 3 days a week. Isn't that semi-retired?
No.
I only do 5 shows a week. That's hardly
only 5
anything.
shows a week. What did you do at your peak?
Oh, God, I don't know. Probably 10 shows a week.
Yeah.
Probably twice that. Yeah, I think it was 2 shows a day, plus 2 radio shows.
Right.
So it was 10 or 11. Anyway, there is an inaccuracy. It says, oh, no, this is right. No, I take it wrong. I take it. This is probably the most complete bio of me I've seen. Yeah.
Interesting. I like that one of the books you published is called Poor Leo's Computer Almanac.
Yeah, you want to see the cover?
I do. Because I've seen the normal almanacs. Wow. You did an AMA. I also did an AMA.
You did?
Get a kick out of this.
I did last week.
Oh, last week about how was that?
This was the first one.
People weren't mean to me.
This was before you were born, Paris. No,
I know.
But you were a
Most
toddler.
kids
You might have been still in diapers. This was 2002.
Oh, I was alive then. I had been born. Oh my God, that's great. That's great, especially because it was 2002. So you actually were wearing that and doing that. This isn't a Photoshop.
This is not a Photoshop. I posed. We had a photographer come out. I wore overalls, a flannel shirt, a straw hat. I have a pitchfork.
Put your mind back 23 years. Were there other poses you did?
Oh, many. Oh, many. Wait a minute. I should show you my calendar.
Is it a fold out?
Can we do an intelligent machines calendar?
Ooh.
So
I think it could be fun. That could be a photo shoot for that could be one of the things we do in the 24 hours.
Paris told me after the D&D thing, she said, when I first started on Twit, I thought you were serious. And then I realized that what would you...
The turning point was when you brought up the leak cat. Was when I realized that you were a bit of a goofball.
So this was such a success in 2002 that in 2003, we decided to ship a calendar with the...
Oh, please give me some more of
For those of you listening, the cover is Leo as mad scientist.
Yeah. Plugging 2 things together, and
he looks mad.
Yeah, he does.
And then every month there was a new costume, and we shot this all in one day. One day
with props.
So there's January.
That's what you're going to be doing on our show together, right,
That's
Paris?
That's going to be great.
This is February.
I like that February's coy.
I'm Cupid in the long johns, apparently.
But.
Yeah. These are all seasonal.
Okay, the March one, classic. That's a classic.
Yeah, I look like a leprechaun. I'm a nice Irish for St. Patrick's Day.
There's
April showers bring May flowers, right?
The crumpled nature of the umbrella on that one.
Did you? So the stylist, the photographer and stylist, the stylist brought all these costumes. She said, "We're going to shoot a 12. We're going to shoot 12.
Were there any that didn't
costumes.
work out? Did you?
I still have the UPS costume. That was not
Wait,
a
I'm
good
sorry. I
costume.
do need you to go through the whole calendar. This is gonna be bad
Okay,
audio, but it's
April,
good for me.
April, May.
That's great.
That's Indy. You know, the Indy 500.
So he's
that's
got a
actually
steering
my
wheel.
YouTube profile avatar today.
Wow.
It's me. Apparently, the steering wheel has been disconnected from the car.
That's not great.
This is a summertime with the nose zinc and a Pepe the Frog. Before Pepe was Pepe, inflatable.
Before frog protesters.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, old Uncle Sam for the 4th of July.
See, that's the sort of beard that you should grow for the show.
I think for Movember, I should grow a beard. Could I grow that in a month? I don't think so.
I think so, yeah.
No. Here I am in August, barbecue season.
You look so
it's
proud.
Salt Hank.
I'm a schoolboy for
this
September. See, I got a
Beanie.
propeller hat. Yeah.
Oh, that's
October
good.
is Halloween.
But Paris, do it. Do the voice.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Ooh.
November is I'll be honest with you, kind of a gay pilgrim. I got my collar
it's the silky tie that just makes it a little.
I have a lavender silk tie, and my collar.
And you look like you're going to say, "Well, hi there."
Exactly. I'm the gay pilgrim, and the collar I think
Everybody
came from
needs
Laverne
one.
and Shirley because it's got a monogrammed L on it. I can't believe the stylist brought that. It's hysterical. You see, I didn't have any choice. I just had to put these on, right?
Oh, and there we go. Of course,
said,
the classic.
Yeah.
Who owns
So-
these pictures?
so-
we
How
should
was the
reissue
trip?
this calendar.
I've been trying to for years. Yeah, this was fun. They only did it 1 year. It wasn't the hugest success. I think they were stuck with a lot of calendars.
There's a warehouse.
Guys,
They
we should do
realized calendars are
calendar.
only good for a couple of months a year, and then that's it. Mark Compton, thank you for doing those fabulous pictures. And I don't remember the name of the stylist who brought, but she also brought a UPS outfit, brown shorts, like, and that did, as you know, noticed, did not make the cut. But I still have it, which is weird. I don't have any of those other costumes. For some reason, I have the one that didn't make the cut.
I think you've got to wear that next week.
You do. I mean, you should have worn it tonight in honor of Halloween.
Oh yeah, because Halloween. This is my last chance. Halloween will be over by the next show. Sign up for your Twit 2026 calendar. Coming soon. No, I had fun when I was young and famous, and now that I'm old and in the way, I just have to. I have my memories.
We're getting ready for the next calendar already. There's a new
I have
picture
my
up
memories.
on the chat.
This was a good idea for a book. It was an almanac, so there, every day of the year had another entry. It had a tip.
All right, give me today's.
All right, let's see. October, what is this?
29th.
October 29th. So this was a pain in the ass.
Go to
write
your
this.
CompuServe and
Mac tip. PCs won't read Mac disks without special software, but Macs are perfectly content to read PC disks. That's still true today. To read a Mac zip disk on the PC, well, I don't know how true that is. Geek speak. A processor, aka microprocessor, CPU, the brains of the entire computer. But what I didn't have, I guess I maybe ran out of. I thought maybe that was the next book. Okay, the next book had this date in computer history as well. Geek speak. A docking station is a fixed piece of hardware to which a portable computer can connect. Laporte
Wow.
support. A printer question. When I print anything from the net, information on the right and the left of the page is cut off.
I could buy this on eBay right now for $7.68.
Well, that's a considerable discount from the $24.99 cover price. So.
What about the calendar, Paris?
Okay,
Is the
wait.
calendar on eBay?
Your face for the 2004 Tech Almanac is so funny.
I believe I have that
Coy.
right here.
It's so coy. I just put it in the chat.
I used to be somebody. Now I'm just Hank,
A podcaster.
Salt Hank's father. This is the 2005 Mac Gadget Guide. That is a terrible
Cute.
picture. This
It's
is
a
the
happy Leo.
2006 Technology Almanac.
The thoughtful Leo.
Thoughtful Leo. This is the 2005 Technology Almanac.
The
Same
drunk
shirt.
Leo.
It's the same. Wait a minute. Okay, I just want to point out something. They didn't bother getting another picture. They just. But what are these pictures?
Okay, wait. There's this one that I'm going to put in the chat that I think is just the same photo, but changed. The color of your shirt is artificially changed.
Probably. Well, I don't know. Did we have that technology back in 2006? I guess there were a lot of other. Oh, every day had a picture in the 2005.
God, how many did you shoot? Oh my Lord!
Jesus, it's kind of an endless. Oh, I get it. So here, I guess we did use the UPS. Here I am delivering packages. Hey, your new computer's here.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my God.
So those pictures on the front cover, are those from inside?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, wow. This is, wow.
Down memory lane with Leo.
I'm so
Laporte.
sorry to do this to you.
No,
here's
it's
here's what my blog looked like in 2005. There's a screenshot of Leoville. Leoville. Yeah. Anyway, I apologize to everybody who was watching
What a
for
world.
wasting your time.
Wait, for you can get the 2013 bobblehead Leo Laporte limited
I have one of
edition
those too.
$150.
Those are a rarity. Those are a rarity. Here's Cowboy Leo.
I like you're blowing off a gun.
I look like, oh my God.
But your pinky's extended. That doesn't make for a tough look there.
I was a very
Really, you
genteel
contain
cowboy.
Multitudes.
Very genteel.
What a world. Jeff,
Well, since
do you
we're-
have
since we're
any,
down-
photo guides?
Of me? No.
Yeah.
We've seen Jeff though on things like moonlighting on TV.
yeah.
I am semi-retired anyway. That's. I mean, compared to then, I'm definitely semi-retired. Yeah.
Well, since we're remembering the memory lane part here,
yes,
AOL has been sold. Did you even know it still existed?
And who might, pray tell, bought AOL and why?
You want to guess the price?
$142 million.
$1.5 billion.
What?
For AOL?
To Bending Spoons.
Bending
Bottom of the
Spoons. Yeah, this
rundown.
was rumored that this was going to happen, so it happened. Bending
An
Spoons.
Italian tech holding company.
Yeah, they've been buying up a lot of stuff. I'm surprised. Bending Spoons says they secured $2.8 billion in a debt financing package to support the purchase. So it's kind of like a private equity thing. They're going to sell off the parts, I would guess. We reported this earlier this month that they were in the market for it. So, wow. AOL was owned by Time Warner. Remember the big famous merger?
Oh, my FU money said FU, Jeff.
Yeah. Was your FU money was in Time. Mm-hmm. And then they spent it on AOL because, the internet's going to be big someday. Then Verizon bought them. So they own Evernote. They own Meetup. Bending Spoons does. They own Vimeo. There's some strategy behind all that.
Wow.
All right. I feel like this is the time in the show where I've run out of things to talk about, and I'm going to invite Paris and Jeff. Oh, it's a Gizmo. This is the Gizmo moment.
It's a Gizmo moment.
It's Gizmo moment. Gizmo, what do you have to say to the people? You want to immediately leave because you're being perceived? Gizmo, meow. Nope. She just wants to show hole.
Well,
all right.
I'm going to get Casio's fluffy AI robot because you've got Gizmo. I'm going to get Mouflin.
$430.
Why does that look like it's been squished?
I don't know. Boone Ashworth, writing for Wired, says that his friend's dog Wiley sits and watches, suspicious of Moughlin's every move. Well, it's made by Casio. Okay. It's been huge apparently in Japan since it was launched a year ago there. A soft, furry robot that uses AI to react to sounds and touch and develops its own unique personality as a result. It has, according to Casio, 4 million personality traits. I'm kind of tempted. It's a little expensive.
Can
But
it tell the time?
All it does is chirp.
Yeah, what's
If
the
you
difference
scroll
between
down
this
this
and a
video.
Tamagotchi?
It emits a series of frankly adorable little noises, says Wired Magazine.
I'll do that for you for free.
With sing-songy.
I'll do that for you for $200. I'll give you a
half
discount.
the price. Sing-songy tonal changes that aim to indicate whether the way you interact with it is good or bad. So it's like what we were talking about earlier with Alan Cowen. It's reacting. It can react to sounds. Equipped with a microphone, it can react to sounds around it. Mouflin can react to sounds around it like a little whisper or the clicky-clacky keyboard sounds of me typing this exact sentence. It's sitting right next to me, and it just made a little sound in reaction.
$430.
I think I should have one for the studio. I'll put it right there on the Nixie clock, and we can you'll see it in the background reacting.
You're going to have to mic it.
Yeah, mic it up. All right. Well,
Doesn't seem
we've
like it
reached-
goes anywhere.
It just seems to be a poof. that
Here's a
makes some
video
noises.
of it.
There's sound.
Oh,
Barely.
it's very tiny, actually.
Yes.
That does do something.
It's
Yeah.
kind of cute. What? Did you say something?
You missed it.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
Wow.
Shh, Mufflin.
Does it not have any facial
It sounds like a
features?
dog whine.
This
What?
looks upsetting.
Yeah.
It's going to look at
Just
you at
a
some point.
featureless ball of fur?
It doesn't have a face?
It does. If the other picture has a face, why they put it in the bowl, I don't know. So the dog doesn't bite it?
I don't like it. It's just a...
Yeah.
How strange.
Can I buy it in the U.S. or do I have to... I think it'd be fun to take on our next adventure.
The thing?
I don't know. I'm hearing it now too, but I don't... Oh, where is it coming from? Is it delayed? I don't like this. It's all around.
Strangled.
It does kind of sound like I've stepped on something. I feel like I'm going insane.
Wait a minute. I don't know. Can I get this?
People in the chat are noting that it is just a tribble.
It's a tribble.
Yeah.
And there's only one. Oh, yeah. You could buy it right here. Buy Mouflin. Should I get silver or gold? I think gold.
Nope. Leo, stop yourself. Stop.
Gold
You should get
Mouflin.
a ticket to New York to come eat your
I can have a
sandwich.
I can have my son's sandwich. Oh, see, now you see the face a little bit.
Do we?
Oh, she's feeding it. Isn't that sweet?
Is that a face or is that just a button? Where are the noises coming from?
It looks like an owl without
coming from inside
wings.
the house. I'm just going to let it play for the rest of the show. I really want this. Do you think it'll get... It's got...
Somebody
what
call
did they
Lisa.
say?
Somebody call Lisa.
4
quick to
million...
intervene.
It's got... What did they say? 4 million different things it can do? It can't do much.
No.
that little puffball can't do 5 things, let alone 4 million. Jeff, you've got to do one now. I think we're devolving.
All right, you
we're
pick
now
some stories.
unintelligent machines.
You started with
What if
Gizmo.
I pick a pick of the week?
Oh, let's do the picks of the week. We could do that. Because you know what comes after the picks of the week? Cacio
Dinner.
e pepe. Yeah.
Well, first, you want to see how I'm going to sacrifice for the show, Leo?
Yes.
Line 140.
Okay.
I've signed up to attend this.
For the sake of the show, you will oh, God. No, don't. Tony Robbins, right there, disqualified.
Right there, you stop. Right there.
Dean Graziosi and world-class AI experts live. Discover how to turn your AI into the ultimate advantage without confusion or overwhelm. Reserve my free seat now. Is it really free?
It's free, but then they try to upsell you for $1, and then you get your credit card.
How could it?
And you can get. Doesn't this look awful?
How could it be? Oh, you could join it virtually.
3 hours per day.
We did
over
the work.
3 days.
You get the shortcut.
You watch the video. The video is gonna.
Have you any experience with Tony Robbins at all?
No.
I don't, but my former co-host Amber MacArthur apparently became friends with him and would ride in his plane.
Jeez.
Oh boy.
If you play the video, it will tell you how inspiring it's going to be.
Oh, well.
This free event is built for you if you're ready to finally feel confident.
Mark Benioff's going to be there.
Well, he needs to make friends now after calling troops into San Francisco.
Yeah, thank you.
Where's the video? I don't see it.
Oh, at the beginning of the website, it says, earnings disclaimer. We don't believe in get-rich programs, only in hard work, adding value, building a real and professional career, and serving others with excellence and consistency.
What the hell?
Right.
You got to do this, Jeff, because we need a report.
For the good of the show.
For the good of the show. 11 a.m. Pacific, November 6th, 7th, and 8th for 3 hours. So you're going to get 9 hours absolutely free.
Where's the video? Damn it.
Meet your speakers. Who is Dean Graziosi?
I don't know, but he's the one who does the video.
He's the co-founder of
He's
Mastermind.
a dynamic entrepreneur, which is
Cooking.
the platform that this is on. Mastermind.com is the platform that it's on.
Oh, okay. So it's his thing.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
For you, for the good of the show.
So you did this and they asked for money later?
No, they asked for $1 and then you get more benefits.
Oh, but then there's
and now
I
I'm
want
getting
a VIP
constant
ticket.
Reminders. It's only 7 days away.
Former guest of the show, Zach Cass, is going to be there.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Wait, which one was he? Was he the one?
Which one was he?
It's like
We have had quite a few.
Second or third day, I think.
Oh yeah, he was the one who was all Mr. Positive. Yeah, he was. Yeah, we didn't find Kismet, Zach and me.
Was he the go-to market guy for OpenAI?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. He was our first guest.
Yeah, and I thought this is the way the best are going to go.
Hey, we were just getting started. Now we're just getting done. Any other stories you want to? There's so much stuff. How about the archive.org story about machine olfaction?
This is fun.
Sniffing. AI smells. It's realnose.ai.
Nose.
The nose knows. Wait a minute. Now I have to go to realnose.ai. So, I mean, it'd be good if biomachine olfaction, electronic nose, detects cancer through urine scent, detects chemical threats,
dogs can do these kinds of
explosives, and
things,
drugs.
so why couldn't it? Yeah.
Right.
Right. It's just machine learning.
The AI is going to sniff your pee now?
Well, you saw that Kohler's making a toilet with a camera in it.
Oh, did I?
She prayed it wouldn't be on the show. Prayed you wouldn't bring it up.
Not going to bring it up. Not going to bring
Well, meanwhile, there's
Can't
also
we
the next
just
one.
leave our bottoms alone? Why do we need to be recording any?
It's a show title. Leave our bottoms alone.
my bottom alone.
There's the SmellNet is a large-scale data set for real-world smell recognition.
I think it's time for us.
On that note,
to do our picks of the week.
On that
poor
smell.
Not related to nose.
Poor Paris. He has to get to work on her costume. It's not easy finding logs in New York City.
I really do.
Especially
I've got to
girthy
glue
logs.
together. I've got to glue together a lot of styrofoam and then.
Oh, you're gonna
carve
make
it.
your
It's a whole
own?
thing. Yeah, I'm making
Yeah.
my own log. My pick of the week is.
Can you use fondant?
Ostensibly, I probably could.
Yeah, that
But
probably
I'm not
good
the
for
cake
texturing.
boss, so. I'd recommend this week do a silly little photo shoot with your friends. The other week, a photographer named Robbie something Osberger was in town, and me and my friends my friend Maddie and I did a photo shoot, the results of which are posted.
I saw these pictures and I was puzzled. Can I tell you, I was puzzled. Yeah. I didn't really know what to think of this.
It's just sometimes you've got to wear a suit with your friends and take some silly photos. The ones
So this guy bring the backdrop or what?
He brought the backdrop. He brought all the props. I just showed up in a suit and I had a fun little time in 30 minutes. And now I've got, frankly, these photos down below that I'm going to put on my website for sources to contact me, which is me holding an old phone and me holding a keyboard.
That's great.
It's the Paris 2026.
Although you look a little bit like Crunk.
That's true. I'm a little crunk-like.
I think we have a Paris calendar. But you're right.
There could be a
pretty
calendar.
good, right?
Yeah, there's a calendar.
Did you thrift that suit?
No, I've had that suit. I bought that suit new many years ago.
Wow.
I know.
Everybody should have a plaid suit.
She moved it
He's
with her
coming
at least
to
3
Portland.
times.
He's coming to LA. You know, he does pet photography. Check him out.
I like the quote that goes with this. We saw you from across the business conference and really liked your vibe.
You gotta. My other actual pick this week is I saw Begonia and would
I'm
recommend
curious.
it. It's interesting. It's a Yorgos Lanthimos.
This is the one where Emma Stone is bald.
Yes.
Well, this is the one where two conspiracy nuts abduct the CEO, Emma Stone, of a biotech firm that's also kind of Amazon-like. And they forcibly shave her head because they believe she's an alien and her hair is used to communicate with aliens.
Oh, dear.
And it gets crazier from that.
Are they QAnon types?
I believe at some point they might name check QAnon. He has gone through all the different conspiracy theories.
See, I liked Poor Things. I like Yorgos Lanthimos' work. He's a little challenging.
Yeah. No, it's I would recommend it. It was I was going to say fun film, but also my take on fun films may not be everybody's take.
Have you seen?
Saw some people said it was filled with despair.
Yeah, have you seen?
Afterward was like, I got to watch more Yorgos, and I watched The Favorite.
Well, I was going to ask you, have you seen The Favorite? Because that is an awesome movie.
I watched that also. I watched that like 2 days ago.
Isn't that
Highly
a great
recommend.
movie? Oh man, I could watch that again and again. And The Lobster was interesting.
I need to watch
that. I think it's one of his first movies. Mm-hmm. It's a little weird.
All of his films are a little weird.
Yeah.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah, but The Favorite's the least weird and I think quite good.
And she's worked with him how many times?
I don't know. She did Poor Things with him and
yeah, also in The Favorite, also in I believe one or two others. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a great pair, and it's also just fun to see someone get their head shaved live on camera. Famously, this Begonia is the movie that an early screening they did last week. They did an Oops All Bald screening where you could get a free ticket to the screening, and only bald people were allowed to be
I'm
there.
not shaving my head again. Don't ask. Once is enough.
For people to come in, they literally had a barber on deck for people to get their heads shaved. But too many people wanted to get their heads shaved to see Begonia.
Just
so at
for
one point,
a free movie ticket.
They had to cut it off and start handing out bald caps. Imagine being the last person to shave your head before the bald cap.
I could have worn a bald cap.
Is there a picture of the audience? There should be. Oh.
Yes, there is. And apparently they all went wild during the head shaving scene.
Brilliant.
Okay, I'm looking for Begonia bald caps. Not everyone had to go bald.
Just search Begonia all bald screening. I'm sure the photo will come up. Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah, some of them did not get the best shave jobs. I had that problem too because we had an amateur shave my head at the event. And I actually had to go to a bar. I did the same thing to you. I shaved your beard and it did a terrible job.
Yeah, you did.
And
look at all these baldies.
All right.
Really makes the hair stand out.
Jeff Jarvis, what's your pick of the week, sir?
Well, we could celebrate 25 years of Google advertising, but I somehow think that's probably
woohoo! What a party! Why would they celebrate? Really, is that the word you want to use, Google?
Well, it's been good for them.
Actually, some of their ads have been pretty clever. Are they talking about their television ads? No, they're talking about Google advertising.
Yeah.
The thing they're getting sued for by everybody and their brother because they have a monopoly. Okay, fine.
So then next, the Washington Post had a TikTok guy, Jorgensen, who left, and their TikTok traffic at the Post has plummeted.
You see?
Yeah, because Dave was basically the face of their TikTok. He also kind of
was.
ushered in a new era of like brand TikToks for like news companies.
So then finally,
that's really interesting. Boy, that shows that these TikTok social media people are not fungible.
No.
There's something going on there. But he made a star of himself, right?
Yes, he
that
did.
was
He did.
Yeah, that's the secret.
Full ham. Ham. So Paris, how high res was your TV that you spent a fortune buying on Leo's advice?
She's got a 4K.
Got a 4K probably. Here. Well, turns out research shows that doesn't matter. We've reached peak screen long ago. That research shows that a 4K or 8K screen offers no distinguishable benefit over a 2K screen.
So here's the weasel words. In an average living room where you're sitting like 15 feet away.
My living room, not average. I also did Leo's trick and measured the distance between my TV.
Exactly.
I'm going to be watching all of my Nick Vember movies in beautiful 4K.
You're so lucky. No, they're right. If you're not close enough, you won't be able to distinguish the difference.
Or the size of the panel.
But it kind of says we've reached peak screen.
Well, and the size of the panel, and I agree. There's no point to go at 8K. 4K is like pretty darn good, right? Maybe not. Maybe there
are there some trying to sell you 12K ones now?
Well, there isn't even content. There's no content yet. Yeah.
The human eye can resolve more detail than commonly thought. The average 94 pixels per something for grayscale images. 89 for red, white, and green images, yellow and violet. Lower, 53 ppd. Pixels per, what is it? Inch? What does the D stand for? Pixels per degree. Oh, degree. See, this is why the size of the screen and the distance from the screen is relevant.
Right. Okay, yep.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But how close are you to your beautiful 4K screen?
You measured, Paris. How close are you?
I don't know.
There is
really saying
whatever the right distance is for the size of my screen.
Listen to this. If someone already has a 4K 44-inch TV, who has a 44-inch TV?
I had a 44-inch TV until you convinced me to make poor choices.
And watches it from about 2.5 meters away. That's already more detail than the eye can see. Right? They don't need an 8K. Oh well, thank you for that, bozo.
There's a handy display resolution calculator.
Well, that's handy. It's free.
I think you earn more points in AGI if you can.
Actually, this is from the University of Cambridge, so it's got to be. This would be useful for you, Paris, just to see. But all this will tell you is how close you should sit. But you're what? How far? 5 feet, 6 feet away? Probably not more than that, right?
I couldn't tell you. I have no understanding of space.
You don't sit like. You're not watching the TV from back here, are you?
No. I mean, well, I will say I got really close to the TV whenever I was watching Twin Peaks season 3 part.
And aren't you glad you couldn't see the pixels? You were looking at the log and saying,
I was looking
how
at
do
the
I
log,
make
I was
that?
Like, I got to make that. And
how do
that
I
will.
Now, what else, besides carrying a log around, I think it's a pretty simple costume.
Yeah, what else?
I mean, listen, I got
a midi skirt.
I got her glasses, I got skirt, I got a button-up shirt that's the same one as hers, a little sweater. I'm going to make her little brooch as well tonight.
Now, how many of your friends have watched Twin Peaks and will get it?
Not enough for the amount of effort I'm putting in, but I've done a cardboard.
You already have the glasses.
I mean, they're not. I bought some red ones online. Just some.
Oh, you got serious.
Oh, she does.
So, I mean, it was like $5.
What is the? I know she's a lady who carries around a log. Is there anything else to say about her?
There's so much to say. There's so much to say, actually. Spoilers for Twin Peaks, I guess. Skip forward.
She's important. She's important to
incredibly.
the plot.
She receives kind of like divine prophecies from her log. Her log talks to her, and her log also contains the spirit of her husband, the fireman, who died on their wedding night because he went into the mysterious woods of Twin Peaks. And then the next day, while searching for his remains, she found this log.
Wow.
The log has a message for you, as she famously says.
You know what I think? I think you should put a little speaker in that log.
That's
and maybe
brilliant. Actually.
have some Mifflin sounds.
I think Mifflin sounds, yes. Have it chirp as you pet it.
She does. So one of my favorite little like vestigial parts of Twin Peaks is in God, the fucking noises are back. I'm so sorry to curse.
I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to bleep that.
We will. And I think that really just goes to show how taken aback I was by the.
Chamber B says, "Hey."
One of my favorite vestigial parts of Twin Peaks is whenever it was re-shown, I believe on like Showtime or something afterwards, Margaret Lanterman, the log lady, recorded these intros that played at the beginning of every episode where she delivers a straight-to-camera monologue, sometimes a message from the log, sometimes just musings on nothing at all that vaguely relate to the episode. It's phenomenal.
Well, it sounds like the perfect costume for a young person named Paris Martineau. You'll find
I think only people who were born in the 1950s will get it, but other than that.
True.
You will find Paris's log lady pictures on her Blue Sky, right? That's where you'll post
at
that.
paris.nyc.
At paris.nyc. That's where you find all of the weird pictures Paris posts. She's also on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
Paris Martineau. Don't be weird.
Don't be weird. Yeah, I got rid of my Instagram. I deleted it from all possible. It was the only thing I was using it for is to keep up with Saul Hank, and I don't need to anymore. I just watch Seth Meyers. Jeff Jarvis is, of course, the author of fabulous books like The Gutenberg Parenthesis and Magazine. His newest is coming soon, Hot Type. I cannot recommend it more highly. It's fantastic. Another great book from the Jarvis printing machine. You know the one thing missing from that book? I think pictures of you in oddball costumes on the cover. That's the one thing. I'm telling you, sells books.
Yeah.
Sells books.
Me as the mad printer.
Yep. Actually, at some point, see, I ended up having my own Leoville press.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Your own imprint.
My own imprint. Didn't make me any more money.
Well, let's all end the show with a little bit of spooky noises. You guys can contribute whatever way you see fish.
Yes.
Fit.
Did I show you my costume? Wait a minute, I got to show you my costume.
You guys got to do some like chain rattling noises. We can make a soundscape.
I'll be wearing this. I don't know where I'm going to wear this because it's a little bit inconvenient. You bump into people a lot. But I have the chicken outfit.
You're a chicken jockey. Do you even understand what that's a reference to?
It's to a guy riding a chicken. What?
I don't know. I know this because I don't play Minecraft, but it's a Minecraft reference.
Is it really?
It became so. Yes, it's like I guess like a rare.
They have chickens in Minecraft
somehow. No, but specifically, it's chicken jockey. It's like a guy riding a chicken, and it became a big meme, and it caused panic in the streets because when children went to see the Minecraft movie and Chicken Jockey appeared, they like threw a bunch of stuff at the screen. They had like shut down movie theaters.
How a crazy catchphrase took over multiplexes.
Yes, no, it was a problem.
Well, I don't think that's who I am.
They're going to be throwing things at you.
I don't think I'm chicken jockey. I think I'm just a guy in an
my
inflatable
God.
chicken suit.
The live action version of it is terrifying looking.
Oh, well, that movie was fairly terrifying, to be honest.
When Jack Black yells that in a Minecraft movie, young audiences respond raucously.
That's the most New York Times way to describe that.
6'7".
6'7".
6'7".
7, as they're all saying.
I missed a bet. I was 67 last year, and I could have really had something going. There it is. There's the chicken. There's Jack Black. There's somebody else.
Okay, this definitely gets us taken down.
Okay, so we're not going to show it. We'll just leave it as an exercise.
Benito protects us from ourselves.
I would really like to see the Minecraft movie with a bunch of young people. Is that Jason Momoa? All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. We do this show every Wednesday, about right after Windows Weekly, about 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. That's now going to be 2200 UTC because we go, yay, finally, we go to daylight to a standard time. Over
yay
the weekend.
for me.
Don't forget. Yeah, it's good for Benito because your clock does not change, right, Benito?
I get an hour.
You get an extra hour of sleep. Next week, we're going to talk about reflection AI. We're going to talk about post-training with Jeremy Berman. In fact, Reflection AI has raised $2 billion. $2 billion to be America's open frontier AI lab. Kind of a la DeepSeek. So we'll talk to the man behind Reflection AI next week on OpenAI. I mean, intelligent machines. We're not called OpenAI. That's somebody else.
On OpenAI, right here.
If only I could get that money. Thank you for joining us. I mentioned the time we're on live because you can watch us live. We're on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, LinkedIn, X.com, and Kick. You can also watch if you're in the club Twit Discord.
And if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, you get it there too.
He does a simulcast.
If you follow me, you won't get it there.
Yeah, blissful silence, except for the occasional Mufflin sounds.
She doesn't want to tell her friends what she actually does.
They don't need to know this because then sometimes I'll get texts me like, I watched the podcast yesterday.
Oh.
I'm like, oh boy.
I always, when somebody says, should I watch your shows? I always say no.
Same. I'm like, it's for the people who are watching it right now. It's not
just
for
if you know, you know. That's it. On-demand versions of the show available audio or video or both at twit.tv/IM. There's a YouTube channel dedicated to it. Of course, you can subscribe in your favorite podcast client and get it automatically. That's the easiest way to do it. Leave us a 5-star review. Have we not had any good 5 stars lately, Paris, or you haven't checked?
We have, great one from VictorWin.com.
Thank you, Victor.
Describes himself as a weekly listener. They say, this is the one podcast I always look forward to hearing on release day. I'm glad they shifted their focus to AI. When it was Twig, the show was mostly a second twit. I'm curious to know whether Paris receives hazard pay for putting up with Leo and Jesse.
Hey.
Me too.
And if you watch live, you can hear Paris swear like a sailor. That's another reason.
I'm keeping it really under wraps here.
She's keeping it real.
There was only
the
one
real Paris
stray F-bomb.
No, it's perfect. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Have a great Halloween, a safe Halloween. We will see you back here next week on Intelligent Machines. Bye-bye.